Welcome to Liberty Creek High School football, live and streaming worldwide on WHINRadio.com. Wolves football, live from the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center. Presented by F&M Bank. Banking made easy on purpose. Shrum's Roofing Company, when quality and experience matter. And brought to you by Trevecca Nazarene University, a Christian university in the heart of Nashville. William Stiles at Country Financial. The Ingram Law Firm. Trusted Legal Counsel. Sumner Prevention Coalition. Envision a community free from substance abuse. High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas. D1 Training. You pick the goal, they'll help you get there. First National Bank, your neighbor since 1905. Pony Mailbox and Business Center in Hendersonville and Gallatin. Slim Chickens, tenders, wings, and more. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee, because a great smile should be affordable. Larry Maynard, Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands. Tri-County Electric, owned and operated by those we serve. The Farmers Bank, helping you grow. NCTC, high-speed internet, cable, and telephone. Now let's go live to the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center with Kris Freeman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to high school football. It's Liberty Creek, year 3, and the Wolves are on WHIN Radio. This is your host, Kris Freeman. I'll be joined in a little while by Alaina Morris and Trey Weston from Lipscomb University. And then next week against the White House Blue Devils, we'll be joined by Noah Freeman of Middle Tennessee State University. It's time for the pregame show here on WHIN Radio. And the countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Allstate agent Larry Maynard in Gallatin. For car, home, and life insurance quotes, contact Larry at 615-452-1500. Larry is a proud supporter of Sumner County High School sports on WHIN Radio. Remember, you're in good hands with Larry Maynard of Allstate Insurance. We'll be right back with the countdown to kickoff after you hear this word from our sponsor.
Mayhem is everywhere.
On the leaky pipe you decided to repair yourself. That's right. You watched one online video and thought, yeah, that's something I could do. So you did. Tighten me right up. And here we are a few weeks later. You come home from a weekend away and, hey, I made you a lake. You've always wanted a house on the water, right? Well, now your basement is filled with it. And if you've got the wrong home insurance, you might be swimming in bills to clean up this mess. So get Allstate, where agents help protect you from mayhem. Like me.
That's Larry Maynard with Allstate Insurance. Give him a call at 615-452-1500. 615-452-1500.
See what the personal service of an Allstate agent can do for you. Are you in good hands?
And welcome back to the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center. This is Kris Freeman for WHIN Radio, and we're broadcasting live tonight from East Robertson High School as Liberty Creek in Week 1 takes on the East Robertson Indians in non-region play. Tonight's game is brought to you on the pregame show by our friends at D1 Training in Hendersonville. D1 Training is a results-driven athletic training facility right here in Sumner County. It's not just another trend. They deliver results. Whether you're a beginner looking to lose some weight or a college athlete with your eye on going pro or anyone in between, D1 is ready to help you reach your goals. Check them out at d1training.com/Hendersonville and thank them for supporting Sumner County High School sports on WHIN.
Attention Sumner County athletes. At D1 Training Hendersonville, we're ready to help you tackle your fitness goals, no matter where you're starting from. Whether you're a beginner aiming to shed a few pounds or a high school or college athlete with aims of going to the next level, our expert coaches and state-of-the-art facilities are here to drive you to success. For a limited time, experience it all with a free first session. You pick the goal. We help you get there. Visit d1training.com/Hendersonville and score your free session today. It's time to rise to the challenge and reach your goals. Call 615-558-5447. 615-558-5447. d1training.com Hendersonville, where every player earns that winning edge.
You've been in an accident. You're hurt. You know you need a lawyer, but who? I'm attorney Michael Ponce. I grew up here in Sumner County, and for more than 25 years, our firm has grown into one of the largest and most powerful firms in the area. We've done this by getting results for our clients and by providing personalized representation in every case. So if you need a lawyer you can trust, call Ponce Law, Justice for All, 615-851-1776.
And welcome back to the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center and Liberty Creek High School football on WHIN Radio. When you've been seriously injured, you want Sumner County's own Michael Ponce on your side. Michael grew up in Sumner County and started Ponce Law over 30 years ago. Let Ponce Law provide a free consultation. If you've been injured in a car accident or hurt on the job, you have nothing to lose by calling and finding out what to do next. They offer a free, no-fee guarantee, and they can even open your case over the phone. Call Ponce Law at 615-851-1776. Ponce Law, Justice for All. And so tonight, it'll be Liberty Creek against East Robertson right here on WHIN Radio. If you want to bookmark this broadcast every single week, then go to libertycreeklive.com, and that will take you to a link directly to the live stream, which will be active during gameplay and the pregame and postgame show all season long here on WHIN Radio. And a reminder, that link is not active during the week, just during game time. Tonight, for the keys to the game, it's really simple for Liberty Creek. They've got to shorten the game against this very powerful East Robertson team that played for the Class 2A state championship last year and lost 13-7 in that game. In every single game in the 13-2 season for East Robertson, all of their close games were the ones where other teams had a chance to win, and they did lose 2 of those games. In all others, they like to run up the score, and they did so last year against Liberty Creek, jumping out to a 28-0 lead and a 42-20 win over at the Big House on Wolfpack Way in Week 1 of the 2023 season. Tonight, it's stopping the Groves family, and that's right, it is indeed a family here at East Robertson, going all the way back to the late 1980s when Carlos Groves played at East Robertson. That team won 3 state championships in basketball, and then he went on to be an SEC Player of the Year at the University of Tennessee in basketball. That family has continued a lot of success throughout the last few years at East Robertson with kids like Sean Groves and Taylor Groves, and now Elijah Groves just graduated, and that leaves even more on this East Robertson roster, starting with Mr. Football and returner Isaiah Groves, who will be out of the backfield at tailback tonight for East Robertson. He also has Zach Groves in the backfield with him, and then Xavion Groves is able to come in and provide some speed and some spot starters there. You also have Chris Groves, who will see time on the field tonight for East Robertson. The quarterback for the Indians is sophomore Kaysen Young, and he's one of the best young quarterbacks not only in Middle Tennessee, but maybe even the state of Tennessee. He's got an opportunity to be a pocket passer, but he's got 2 really good weapons in fullback Caleb McNeil and also H-back and wideout Cade Brooks, who is the son of East Robertson coach Chase Brooks. This is not the first time for head coach Bill Alexander and Chase Brooks to be on the field together as they coach together at Beach High School. Chase Brooks has a rich tradition in high school football in the state of Tennessee, as he was a Mr. Football and a state champion at Portland High School, and later an assistant coach with Liberty Creek coach Bill Alexander when they were together at Beach High School. Earlier tonight, we caught up with head coach Bill Alexander, and we talked about tonight's keys to the game and also about his relationship in the past coaching with Chase Brooks. And we're going to go down and hear now from Coach Alexander on the field. We're here with head coach Bill Alexander of Liberty Creek, week 1 of the 2024 season. Coach, you're facing a very powerful East Robertson team tonight.
Yeah, you know, they got a lot of really good athletes, and they're the defending 2A state runner-up. A lot of people think they got the inside run going back to Chattanooga again this year, so it's a tough task for us. And, you know, we like playing good people and seeing how we can get better.
So tell us a little bit about your connection with Coach Chase Brooks at East Robertson, because this is not your first time on the same field.
No, you know, Chase and I are good friends, and probably somebody I talk to a couple of times a week. And we were on staff together at Beach for a long time, and he does a great job coaching, and so he's just a good friend, and, you know, this is a good game for us.
Last year, looking back, 28-0, and got away early, and then you played well. What's your keys tonight to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Yeah, I think it's that very thing you just said. It's, you know, we can't let the game get away from us early. We got to survive the early storm and try to keep it close and hopefully not turn the ball over. And, if we can do that and limit possessions, then I think, we got a chance.
So this is Coach Bill Alexander for Liberty Creek Football. We'll be back to check in at halftime and postgame. Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
So that was Coach Bill Alexander earlier down on the sideline, and as he talked about going into tonight's game, replacing all of the skill position players that graduated for Liberty Creek, including quarterback Brian Rager, who has gone on to play college football, and then you have a couple of receivers in Jackson Pomeroy. Also, Mitchell was out there. We got to replace him on both sides of the ball at receiver, in the defensive secondary, and in the return game. And then you have two leading tacklers on defense in Micah Lopez and Kyle Farmer. And Farmer, a critical part of the offense at fullback, who could also run the football and catch it as well. And so that's going to be a big, big responsibility for Liberty Creek to do that. They do have three starters returning on the offensive line. That is Hayden Zimmerly, also Titus Campbell, and Hayden Moore. I believe I got those names right. And so they'll be on the starting offensive line tonight. And Hudson Gear coming back as well for Liberty Creek, and he will be a big defensive starter on the defensive side of the balls. He's been here for about 3 years and making a key impact on this Liberty Creek football team. As far as injuries tonight, it's time for our High Point Orthopedic Associates and Ascension St. Thomas injury report for the Wolves. They're looking to get Isaiah Link back. I think he's been banged up a little bit during the preseason, but overall pretty healthy coming into tonight's game. The injury report is brought to you by High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas, a caring group of providers serving Gallatin and the surrounding areas. High Point Orthopedic Associates is helping turn setbacks into comebacks with high-quality specialized sports medicine care. From torn ACLs, shoulder pain, as well as sprains and strains, you can count on High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas to get athletes of all ages back into the game. To connect with a provider, visit highpointhealthpartners.com. And that is our High Point Orthopedic Associates injury report heading into Week 1.
Hey, all you MVPs, if you're feeling sidelined by aches and pains, it's time to call a timeout and visit High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas, your home team for orthopedic and sports medicine care. So whether you've twisted an ankle during the morning jog or you're experiencing chronic knee or hip pain when doing daily exercises, our all-star lineup of doctors and specialists will get you back in the game in no time. Don't let injuries keep you on the bench. Contact High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas and score a big win for your health. High Point Orthopedic Associates has clinics in Gallatin and Portland.
You're listening to Sumner County High School football on WHIN, and this is the football scoreboard. Last week's Jamboree was the final tune-up before Week 1 of the high school football season, and that included 2 Thursday night games as Westmoreland defeated Greenbrier 7-0 and White House Heritage tied White House 7-7. On Friday night, it was Portland 41, Liberty Creek 24, Clarksville 20, Gallatin 16. Station Camp defeated Hendersonville 20-7, and Beach over Dixon County 35-0. Pope Prep and East Nashville also played on Friday, but didn't keep score. Make sure to listen to Sumner County High School football all season long on WHINradio.com. And tonight, a big schedule across Sumner County, as right here in Robertson County, it'll be Liberty Creek taking on East Robertson in Week 1 of the high school football season. Things got kicked off last night with our Week 2 opponent. The White House Blue Devils were at home last night, and they suffered a 21-20 defeat to fellow Sumner County rival Portland, as Portland came in there and scored in the fourth quarter on a 26-yard run by Sean Sebring, and that gave the Panthers the lead with the PAT, as White House had taken the lead on a Kenny Holt touchdown, but missed the point after in the fourth quarter, and that proved to be the difference in the game. The Blue Devils got the ball back late, but were not able to convert, and Portland comes away with a Week 1 victory, 21-20 over the White House Blue Devils on Thursday Night Football to kick off the season. Now, what's important about that game is that White House will come in to Liberty Creek next week as the Wolves have their home opener in non-region play against White House. White House defeated Liberty Creek Creek last year 20-18. And those two teams will meet next Friday at 7 o'clock. And you can listen to that game, as always, right here on WHIN Radio with pregame at 6:30 and kickoff next week with myself and Noah Freeman at 7 o'clock from the Big House on Wolfpack Way. This is the Ponzi Law Justice for All Broadcast Center, and tonight we're getting ready for Liberty Creek football in Week 1 at East Robertson. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups tonight for the Liberty Creek Wolves as we get ready to take on East Robertson. We talked a little bit about their big stars on each side of the ball, and tonight it's going to come down to Liberty Creek being able to replace a lot of senior leadership from last year's team, and that begins with a rotational spot at the quarterback position throughout the preseason. And tonight it'll be the sophomore Jackson Collier, 5'9" sophomore at quarterback, getting the start. And so Jackson Collier with his first career start for Liberty Creek, but we will see time tonight from senior Ace Hogg and also Sperry Jones, a senior, coming in to play at quarterback tonight, as all three are expected to play. In the backfield, it'll be his third year as a starter, and that is running back number 8, Mac Tuggle. Mac Tuggle was an integral part of the Liberty Creek offense last year, and he continued to get stronger and already one of the fastest athletes on the field, and he'll be there tonight at running back. At fullback, replacing the departed Kyle Farmer for his first start tonight will be number 83, Nate King. At wide receiver, and also in the return game, will be number 18, Tristan Adrelski, and then also Seth Taylor Andrelski. I want to say that right. Seth Taylor, number 13, the junior, will also be at wide receiver tonight. And then Austin Freeman, also replacing a departed senior. The senior Austin Freeman, the tight end, he'll be starting tonight for Liberty Creek. On the offensive line, that's where you're going to recognize some of these guys up front, as Liberty Creek brings back some guys up front that are really critical to our success. First of all, it starts with left tackle Hudson Gear. He's a senior. Then we got left guard junior Hayden Moore. At center, this will be his first time there, as Colson Case has departed. So now number 57, the senior Braden Panzerov, will be the senior starting at center tonight on the offensive line. At right tackle, it'll be the junior Hayden Zimmerly, and at right guard, and then at right tackle, number 68, the big senior Titus Campbell. And most of those guys are back on the offensive line. 3 out of the 4 were returning starters, but as we know, Hayden Moore had to fill in quite a bit last year as Hayden Zimmerly missed some games to injury. On the defensive side of the ball, it'll be up front Hudson Gear, the senior, at defensive tackle. Then the nose is Hayden Zimmerly, the junior, and at defensive end, Zero Sully Harper. On the roster originally he was number 61, and now he's going to be wearing 0 this year. He is a senior. 0 is now an acceptable number in high school football to be worn on the field, which is kind of a new thing in high school football. At linebacker, a lot of new faces, but some promising potential there, as number 22, Kingston Rios, the junior, joins number 53, Daniel Galaspia, the sophomore, who Coach Alexander talked about during the coaches show last week as one of the promising kids in the early part of the preseason. On the outside at linebackers, it'll be number 70, junior Hayden Moore, and then number 10, Grayson Christian. You'll recognize that name as he was a big backup in the backfield and will continue to do so on the offensive side of the ball. And on defense, he'll be a starter at outside linebacker. The defensive secondary got a lot of new faces, and that's going to be a big task tonight against a team with a lot of speed. At corner, we got number 19, Chris Sweeney. He's a senior. At corner, number 13, Seth Taylor. He's a junior. At free safety, number 8, Mac Tuggle. You recognize that name from the offense. And then at strong safety, you've got number 17, Jeremiah Warren, and he will be the starter there tonight. In the special teams unit, about week 3 last year, Liberty Creek really kicked it into gear, especially on PATs and on special teams, and Lucas Yap will be back to handle the punting and kicking duties tonight. So the junior number 16 will handle punts and kicks. The long snapper will be the junior number 49, Jake Crane. The holder will be number 9, Grant Garner. He's a sophomore. Punt returner will be Mac Tuggle. Kick returner will be Mac Tuggle, along with number 18, Tristan Andrelski. And then kick returning also number 2, J.T. Porter. And as the season goes along, you may see kids like number 4, Isaiah Link, worked into the mix there. And that is your starting lineup for the Liberty Creek Wolves heading in to tonight's game. Our weather report tonight is brought to you by Shrum's Roofing Company, a proud supporter of Sumner County High School sports and the Game Time weather update sponsor. No matter what the weather is, has been, or will be, Shrum's has you covered for roofing, siding, or gutters, and they give a lifetime warranty. ShrumsRoofing.com. Tonight's weather forecast and game conditions are very, very hot here at East Robertson. We've had a tough time setting up here tonight, had some audio issues with the heat and the location, and tonight it is a little over 90 degrees, bright sun, beautiful skies though, wonderful weather, just a little bit humid and a little bit hot, and those conditions could play a factor as it has not been this hot earlier this week, and now we are facing a higher temperature heading into tonight's action. So this has been the countdown to kickoff, brought to you by the Allstate agent Larry Maynard in Gallatin. For car, home, and life insurance quotes, contact Larry today at 615-452-1500. Larry is a proud supporter of Sumner County High School sports on WHIN Radio. Remember, you're in good hands with Larry Maynard of Allstate Insurance. We'll be right back with the coin toss and the Sumner Prevention Coalition opening kickoff. You're listening to Liberty Creek Football, and this is the WHIN Sports Network.
The Sumner Prevention Coalition's mission is to unite people with vision, commitment, and resources to provide solutions to eliminate substance abuse and make a difference for youth, families, and individuals in Sumner County. We envision a healthy, safe, and thriving community free of substance abuse. Learn more at sumnercoalition.org. The Sumner Prevention Coalition is proud to support all Sumner County High School sports broadcasts on WHIN Radio and WHINradio.com.
Welcome to Liberty Creek High School Football Live.
And this is Liberty Creek High School Football live from East Robertson as week 1 of the high school football season is here. This is the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center and Liberty Creek High School Football on WHIN Radio. We've had the captains out on the field tonight, and Liberty Creek will be receiving the opening kickoff of the first half. Liberty Creek will be kicking off. Let's do that again to start the first half of tonight's game, and kicking off to East Robertson, who will have a chance as they move from right to left to have it first here on their home field to start the 2024 season. Tonight's opening kickoff is brought to you by Sumner Prevention Coalition, and we are proud to have Sumner Prevention Coalition as part of the 2024 team right here on WHIN Radio. And Sumner Prevention Coalition is a big, big part of our broadcast, and we want to say thank you for them sponsoring tonight's broadcast on the first and the second half kickoff right here on WHIN. At this point in the broadcast, we suffered a technical difficulty that cost us a little bit of the first quarter. In the first couple of drives in the game, East Robertson drove it down inside Liberty Creek territory, where tailback Isaiah Groves came up limping and had to be carried off the field. Later we found out that he is determined to be okay. However, he did not play the rest of the game for the Indians. The Indians got it down to the 3-yard line of the Liberty Creek Wolves and went for it on 4th down, but they were stopped. Liberty Creek took it over and moved it out near the 20-yard line, and that's when Mac Tuggle broke a 59-yard run that was brought back by penalties, as there were over 18 penalties total in the game, and that run brought it back where Liberty Creek was backed up against their own goal line, and a 30-yard punt set it up for East Robertson at the 37-yard line, and they cashed it in for the first touchdown of the game, even though their first touchdown was wiped off the scoreboard, and then they had to score again. We're going to pick up the broadcast now with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, with East Robertson taking the lead 7-0 on Liberty Creek, and now we'll join Alaina Morris, Trey Weston, and myself for the rest of this game on WHIN Radio. Thanks for listening and enjoy the game. And welcome back to East Robertson High School. We have had a lot of technical issues here tonight, and it appears that we were off the air, and we have gotten that fixed. East Robertson has taken a 7-0 lead. We're going to catch you up real quick if you have missed it. There's a penalty flag here on the kickoff. East Robertson got the opening kick. They drove it down, but Liberty Creek stopped them on 4th down at the 3-yard line. Liberty Creek got it. Mac Tuggle broke a long 59-yard run that was called back on a penalty. Liberty Creek with a short punt, and East Robertson takes it 3 plays into the end zone with Caleb McNeil carrying it in for East Robertson for the touchdown, and that's where we stand at 7-0. Alaina, it's been a good first quarter so far for Liberty Creek.
Yeah, so far so good. 7-0 for East Robertson, but nothing that Liberty Creek can come back from. Unfortunate that Mac Tuggle's big run got called back. And, that first possession for East Robertson, that front line, those defensive linemen for Liberty Creek did a great job up front, not letting, the running game get going for the Indians. But so far so good for Liberty Creek, just down by a touchdown. But they'll have a chance to make up for that here as we're getting ready to kick off.
So once again, a penalty on the kickoff. I think that was against East Robertson, correct? So backs it up 5 yards. Now they'll kick it again. Summer, good kick for East Robertson. Sends it back to the 9-yard line, and it's going to be taken by Liberty Creek and returned. And that's going to be a good return out to the 37-yard line by number 18 for Liberty Creek, as we're learning our players and names here for the first game this season.
Yeah, Tristan Andrelski with that return. As you mentioned, a great return, got it out to the 37, and they're set up well here.
So if you were trying to listen to our broadcast, thanks for being patient with us. We had to move our setup here tonight, and I think we got unplugged. And so we are back, and everything should be ready to go. And we do have that on archive, so later on you'll be able to go back and listen to the first part of the game. First down and 10 for Liberty Creek. Ball is at the 37-yard line. Collier at quarterback. He's going to run to his right. He's got a little bit of space, and he's going to be run out of bounds. And we're going to have a penalty flag once again. There's been a lot of those here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of laundry on the field so far.
Looks like it's going to be against Liberty Creek. Likely a hold. Big Titus Campbell was tied up with somebody out there. And so the hold against Liberty Creek is going to back it up to the 29-yard line. So officially give Collier 2 yards on that carry. Second penalty against Liberty Creek for 20 yards.
Quite a few penalties so far, as we've mentioned. We haven't even hit the end of the first quarter yet.
1:40 to go first quarter. East Robertson leads at 7-0. Smokestack eye, and the give out of the smokestack. Looks like that time as the pile clears is going to be number 10, Grayson Christian. And so Christian is going to pick up a couple of yards. Give him 2 yards on his first carry of the night. That's still going to be second and long. So second and about 16. Ball resting at the 31, between the 31 and the 32-yard line. They're going to have to get another big play. And you got to think at some point they're going to go back to Mac Tuggle coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, you'd have to assume so. I mean, he's already shown the speed he has, the quickness he has, although it got called back. And so you'd have to imagine that Liberty Creek and Coach Alexander want to go back to Tuggle in the backfield because, as we've seen so far, Collier isn't the most confident throwing the ball.
So the give, that looks like Mac Tuggle on the left side. He's going to get pretty good yardage as a big pile up of folks right there at the 37-yard line, and that's going to make it a manageable 3rd down and 10, but you're going to have to come up with a big play.
Yeah, most definitely. We went from 2nd and 16 to 3rd and 10, so that's a lot more manageable for the Wolves, so we'll have to see what kind of play they come up with here.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. In the first quarter, brought to you by F&M Bank. They're also the sponsor of our First Downs. We're going to take a break, and we're going to hear from them once again. And, folks, if you didn't get to listen to the first part of the game as we were unplugged for a little while, we want you to share it with your friends. You can go to libertycreeklive.com or go to WHINradio.com and click on Sumner County Football and tell your friends to listen in. We'll be back for the second quarter. It's East Robertson 7, Liberty Creek 0, right here on WHIN.
A little change can go a long way. That's why F&M Bank offers SmartSwipe, a great tool that deposits change to your savings account every time you make a debit card purchase. Buy your morning latte for $5.28. The difference of 72 cents is transferred to your savings account. Build your savings with every debit card purchase. You work hard for your money, and we'll work just as hard to help you make the most of it. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. Member FDIC.
First National Bank, growing with you, continuing the legacy of hometown banking, service, and support that Sumner County has grown to love. With 3 locations and a variety of online banking products, First National Bank offers the best of both worlds. That small bank atmosphere with big bank resources. Visit us online at fnbank.net or stop by one of our locations in Gallatin, Hendersonville, or Hartsville. First National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And Kris Freeman, Trey Weston, Alaina Morris broadcasting live here tonight from East Robertson. 7-0, the Indians lead it. And Liberty Creek facing a 3rd down and 10. Trips to this side. Also one man over here near the slot now moves to the backfield next to Collier. Collier in shotgun formation, takes the snap, whistle, going to be a penalty flag. Trey, we've had a lot of those in the first quarter. This is officially going to be our 7th penalty of the game.
Yeah, we talked about it all game long. A lot of laundry on both sides of the field, and we'll see what happens here. It might have been a false start.
So that's going to be the 3rd penalty for 25 yards against Liberty Creek, but probably the big one that changed the whole game was the 59-yard run by Mac Tuggle brought back on a holding, and that not only erased the 59-yard run, but it set up a short field for East Robertson to get their first score. They lead it 7-0. 3rd down and 15, trips to the left side, one man in the backfield, that's either Tuggle or Christian. Collier to throw, Collier under pressure, gets rid of it, and it's going to be intercepted, and we talked all pregame about making sure that we didn't have those mistakes, and that time he threw one up, and it's going to be intercepted, and I believe for East Robertson, that's going to be number 53, Kason Goostree with the pick.
Yeah, the cardinal sin of a quarterback, got pressured, kind of lost his footing, and just threw it up in the air, and that's an unfortunate thing for Liberty Creek is East Robertson's going to have good field position.
So now you're in a danger zone. That ball's at the 31-yard line. Collier now 0 for 2 with an interception. Did they call it incomplete? They sure did. So Liberty Creek is going to punt. The punt is on the ground. We probably should have taken the interception because the punt is on the ground, and Lucas Yap is going to be tackled all the way back at the 16-yard line for a huge loss, and now it's going to be 1st down for East Robertson, and that's going to be a loss of 14 on the play.
Yeah, talk about an unfortunate chain of events. They ruled an incomplete pass, and then the next play, a bad snap, and Yap just had to eat it and attempt to run with it. And now East Robertson's going to have really good field position here.
I never did really see them wave off the interception. In fact, I know that even the PA announcer, Zach Bunch here, they were getting all hyped up about the interception, so must have been very late. But now East Robertson's got it 1st down and 10 at the 16-yard line, already leading 7-0. Kason Young in the backfield. So far, he's 3 out of 4 passing. He's going to give it on the jet sweep. That looks like Brooks. Brooks is going to come around and get all the way to the sideline and have to step out of bounds with no contact as somebody got waylaid for Liberty Creek at about the 8-yard line and taken out of bounds. And that's going to be a gain of maybe 3 yards on the play, but a good job closing that gap on the outside by the defensive backs and linebackers for Liberty Creek.
Yeah, good effort by the defense there to contain that and not allow him to get the edge and get that touchdown.
So Brooks on the carry. Brooks, as we said, is the son of Cade Brooks, is the son of Chase Brooks, the head coach for East Robertson, who was a Mr. Football and a state championship winner at Portland High School. Now Young, under pressure, takes it inside. That was a good move, and he's going to get inside the 5. Mac Tuggle makes the stop, but here comes the penalty flag, and you can almost guarantee, coming from the white hat in the backfield, this is going to be a hold in the interior line.
Yeah, that one's coming back, but a nice move by Young. We saw the shiftiness of him on that one.
You know, this is this is the area of the field where the offense is at a tremendous disadvantage with a penalty. because it's a full penalty against the offense, whereas against the defense, it would be half the distance to the goal. There are a lot of people that would really love to change that rule in football where that penalties are enforced evenly, but the defense has the advantage there as this one takes it all the way back out to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, very costly here, and we'll see how East Robertson responds and how this defense responds.
Give him 4 yards on the carry. 5th penalty on East Robertson, and that is for 40 yards. Now officially on 2nd down. He's going to take it himself up the middle. Good job by Liberty Creek that time. Let's see who made that tackle. Looks like 42, maybe Kamari Holloway. It is, and that's going to be a short run.
Yeah, good tackle by Holloway.
Well, I thought it was Holloway. I'm trying to see. No, it's not Holloway. It's the linebacker on this side there, Trey, if you can see who that is. 7, maybe? That's going to be Max Dowell is who that is. So number 7, Max Dowell with the stop, so our apologies to Max. 3rd down and 9. The throw, inside, good catch, into the end zone. Cade Brooks touchdown. You got to tackle. And that's just a problem on defense right there, as you got 3 guys around the football and nobody made a stop.
Yeah, we saw a couple of missed tackles on that one, and touchdown for East Robertson. And they got 14, or they got a 13-0 advantage.
So the pass goes for 16 yards and a touchdown. First passing touchdown of the night. 3rd catch for Brooks. He had a touchdown taken off the board earlier, but he's got 3 catches overall, and he's already got 43 yards and a touchdown. They're going to take the Wildcat snap with Zach Groves out of the swing and gate formation. You don't see that very much, Trey. That's an old Dallas Cowboys formation, but the Dallas Cowboys didn't run a Wildcat out of it like that, and the Wildcat goes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now it's 15-0.
Yeah, definitely an interesting look to go Wildcat there, but we talked about this Groves family and how valuable they are to East Robertson.
Zach and Isaiah both have some incredible offers, and if you missed it earlier, Zach Groves is out already with a huge injury. I see him down there walking on the sidelines, and he does not have his helmet on.
Yeah, and that's tough. Your first game of the season to go down like that. You can just imagine the emotions he's feeling right now.
So Zach is the 1-0 on the field. 1, Isaiah, is the one that's injured. And so Isaiah, as we said, does not have his helmet, standing next to the trainer, got his hands in his collar, and I know he's just extremely disappointed, as they're probably going to have to go get him checked out as he came off the field. The good news is he is walking on his own power, so we do like to see that. And so our High Point Orthopedic Associates injury report, right now Isaiah Groves, the main one that's been affected. Kicking off will be Summerer, 15-0, 9:55 to go 2nd quarter. If you're Liberty Creek, Trey, you got to get some points on this drive and shorten this score up.
Yeah, get Tuggle the ball, let them run a little bit, get that passing game going, but they got to get some points on the board.
East Robertson with the kick. Summerer sends it. Should be out of bounds. It will be, and it'll be good field position for Liberty Creek as the ball goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Liberty Creek on WHIN Radio. We had a little bit of technical issue get going, but here's the good news. You can go back and listen to the archive that we'll be posting on video and YouTube later on, and you can check that out. And we still have a recording archive of the broadcast, even though we were off the air for a little while. We appreciate somebody sending us a text and alerting us and letting us know. And now Liberty Creek has it, 9:55 to go in the 2nd quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll be listening to some ads, and we'll also have an interview with head coach Bill Alexander that will run at the end of halftime coming back from the break. We heard from him in pregame tonight, and we'll hear from him again at the end of halftime.
Yeah, big possession coming up here for Liberty Creek. We'll see how they respond.
So a give on 1st down. Going to be a good run. He's going to pick up almost 5 yards on 1st down. Give him 4 for Mac Tuggle. 2nd down and 6. Trey, that's what you got to do. You got to keep this manageable.
Yeah, just got to wear down this defense. You know, Tuggle's really shown that ability to be very quick, very agile, but also kind of bruising inside.
So this is the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center on WHIN Radio. The give is to Mac Tuggle once again. Tuggle's got a hole, and he was tripped up, and a good tackle that time by number 8 for East Robertson. That is Miller Cothran. And Miller Cothran, little story on Miller, they won a baseball state championship. I believe Miller was an 8th grader. And at East Robertson, the middle school and the high school are in the same building. That means that your 8th graders can play high school sports. And Miller Cothran was one of those 8th graders that was a big, big key on that East Robertson baseball state championship. So seeing him step up, and he's got a big family here in East Robertson, and I know they're proud of him. 3rd down and 4. Collier's got 2 men to this side. We are on the East Robertson sideline. Liberty Creek is moving right to left, wearing all white, blue stripes. East Robertson in all maroon with silver helmets. Now Collier gives it, and he was blown up. Trey, that guy was sitting and spying on the right side of the defensive end, and nobody blocked him.
Yeah, there were no blockers in sight, and they were able to get penetration. East Robertson was, and that's a big play for them.
So a loss of 2. And now you got 4th down. And with 8:04 here to go, back deep is going to be number 3, Cade Brooks. He's made a lot of noise so far for East Robertson on offense. And now back deep to punt is Lucas Yap. Yap takes it. He punts, end over end. It's going to bounce and take a good roll. And so now East Robertson's going to be backed up inside the 25-yard line. Good job by Lucas Yap that time, as that's a good punt to recover after the terrible thing that happened last time when the ball hit the ground. And East Robertson got good field position.
Yeah, it was a good snap and a good punt, and push this East Robertson team back because we've seen their ability to drive down the field pretty easily. So we'll see how this Liberty Creek defense can do.
And so, scoreboard update from Sumner County. This is kind of a surprise. The Hendersonville Commandos, 7-0 over Gallatin early. Another scoring update, Alcoa 9, Ravenwood 6. That's 2 teams that are way apart in classification, coming together to play a non-region game tonight. 1st down and 10 for East Robertson. Young is back to pass. He's going to be flushed. Good pressure by Kamari Holloway, and Young's going to come out of there and run with it, and he's going to get the 1st down out of bounds. And, Trey, you just got to have somebody on the right side to contain, and they left it wide open for Young to be able to scramble.
Yeah, they let him flush out of the pocket, and just his ability to escape the defense and be so elusive. It's a good move by Young. He's shown a lot of ability today.
So Kason Young with a good run, and as we said, the sophomore is very, very talented. And he gets it out to the 34-yard line, gain of 10 that time. Young so far 2 carries for 14 yards, and they're going to mark him short, so he's only going to get 9. So 2nd down and 1. You might see him try something, go deep. He will. He'll roll. He's got his man. Throws it. Overshot him. That's the time to take that chance, but Trey, If I'm East Robertson, I would rather see, instead of come to the bench route right there, maybe curl that up and go a little fly route, and you got a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree. But definitely smart to go past there. And, it's 3rd and 1. They got a good chance to just run the ball and get that 1st down, but might as well take that shot when you get the chance.
Well, nobody's betting on anything. This is high school sports. But I would almost put my mortgage, my car, and probably 2 of my children that Caleb McNeil is going to get this football right here.
I think that's a good bet.
My children went to college anyway, so I'm not missing much. Looks like I'm keeping my kids. Caleb McNeil, 1st down.
Yeah, right on cue, and it's the right move there. 3rd and 1, just get that ball and get the 1st down.
Well, so far in the game, he's got 7 carries and a touchdown. 1, 3, 3, 8, 26, 3, 6. Just a good, hard-nosed football player. And that's what you want to see, especially if you're a team like East Robertson's got a lot of speed. You need a couple kids like Cade Brooks and Caleb McNeil who really balance that, and that's why they're such a threat here in Class 2A. 1st down at the 40-yard line. Young's got a man in motion, fakes it to him. Now he steps up. He's going to run. He got through the first level, and then he's going to be tackled on the play in the middle of the field by number 53, for Liberty Creek. And that's going to be Daniel Gillespie. Gillespie was one of the players in the coaches show earlier this week that Coach Bill Alexander mentioned, but it's going to be a 5-yard gain for Young on first down, his third carry of the night. He's got 18 yards, and now they're moving it once again.
Yeah, Young is not afraid to run the football. We've seen it a couple times, just his ability to flush out and escape.
So 6:08 to go in the second quarter, 15-0. East Robertson leads it. You're at the point in the game here, Trey, where they're about to try to break somebody's will. What's been a decently close game so far could get out of hand really quick. Now he's going to give it to McNeil, and the officials are going to talk about dinner as somebody took timeout, and I think that timeout's going to go to East Robertson. We're going to take one, too, and we'll be right back. This is Liberty Creek football on WHIN. East Robertson 15, Liberty Creek 0. We'll see you in just a moment.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens.
That's Slim Chickens in 218 East Main Street.
When it comes to getting a quality college education, you don't have to choose between affordability and real earning potential. At Trevecca, graduates with a bachelor's degree earn the second highest average salaries in Tennessee according to grad reports. Combine that with low tuition, academic excellence, and a caring campus community in the heart of Nashville, and you have one special university that sets you up for success like no other place. Visit Trevecca.edu to start a college journey that offers a great return on your investment and a positive direction for your future.
Kris Freeman, Alaina Morris, Trey Weston here on WHIN Radio. We're broadcasting live from East Robertson. 5:41 to go in the second quarter. East Robertson 15, Liberty Creek 0. And the Indians have it at the 45-yard line, 2nd down and 5. They just took timeout. Cade Brooks in motion from right to left. Young fakes, throws up the middle. He's got his man. He dropped the football. So the question is going to be, is it a fumble or an incomplete pass? And they're going to say he never had it. And so it's going to be incomplete. And a big break for Liberty Creek, as that was going to be recovered by East Robertson.
Yeah, big break indeed. Didn't look like he ever fully possessed the football, so they're going to rule that incomplete. And Liberty Creek gets a break there.
Let's talk about something. We don't like to pick on anybody at the high school level, but Groves has already dropped 2 sure-handed catches here tonight, one of them for a touchdown.
Yeah, we saw that in the first quarter, and now we see it again, and that's just unfortunate for East Robertson. But like we said, a big moment for Liberty Creek. We'll see if they can build off that third down. So
now one play they really like is to roll the quarterback to the right. 3rd down and 5 here. Wouldn't be a surprise at all to see maybe that fake to Brooks or fake to McNeil. And you got 2 men on this side with twins to the near sideline. Man in motion. He gives it to him, and he's got good speed, and he's going to break it inside the 40. Now he cuts across the field, and he's going to be gone to the end zone, and this is going to be a 55-yard touchdown for East Robertson, and on the carry is number 2, Xavion Groves. There's another one, and Xavion to the end zone, and now it's a big, big lead for East Robertson.
Yeah, we've seen that sweep play a couple times already, and Xavion Jones just so shifty, able to get the outside and get that touchdown.
So you look at the top of the roster, you got Zach Groves 0, Isaiah Groves 1, Xavion Groves 2, and then as you look down the roster, I believe you got Caden down there, who is number 13, number 15 also. And this doesn't count that you got Elijah, who's already graduated, Taylor, who's already graduated, Chris Groves, another one. And I would say out here in the East Robertson crowd, there's probably another 30 or 40 sitting around watching some football.
Yeah, the Groves family runs deep here, and they've been stepping up.
I would put my non-existent 2 children and my mortgage on the fact that there are definitely some more Groves in the stands tonight.
If you missed that earlier, I was right on the call, though.
You were, and I think I'd be right, too.
Well, Caleb McNeil's run the football really well tonight. And we also saw Xavion Groves come up there. And so Z into the end zone for 55 yards. And now if you're Liberty Creek 21-0, you're in a desperation point where you're going to get the ball to start the second half, but at least you've got to go down and score a touchdown and get it back within 2 scores, or you're right back to where you were last year when you were down 28-0.
Yeah, definitely don't want to put yourself in that spot where you're down 4 touchdowns. So, as you mentioned, got to get a touchdown on that drive.
So, once again, swinging gate formation, lineman to the right. Groves is going to take it, and it's almost unfair because I don't know how you defend that. And I'm surprised that teams don't run it more in offensive and PAT sets as Zach Groves just walks into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And now it's 23-0 for East Robertson. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go, this is Liberty Creek football on WHIN.
The Ingram Law Firm in Gallatin is your trusted source for expert legal counsel, a full-service law firm dedicated to providing top-notch legal services to our community. Whether you need assistance with family law, mediation, criminal defense, wills and estates, and civil litigation, the Ingram Law Firm is here to help. Our experienced team offers personalized and compassionate service, fighting for your rights and guiding you through every legal challenge.
Hello, I'm Jay Ingram. I founded the Ingram Law Firm after practicing 23 years with my father, Bob Ingram, who started his practice in 1976. And though he is now retired, we work to make him proud every day, committed to delivering justice and peace of mind to our clients. Let our firm handle your legal needs with the care and expertise you deserve.
Call Ingram Law Firm today at 615-452-6613 for a consultation or visit us online at ingramlawyers.com. Experience the difference of a law firm that truly cares. Ingram Law Firm, trusted legal counsel, serving all of Sumner County and beyond. ingramlawyers.com.
So kicking off for East Robertson is Summerer, and Liberty Creek is going to have it. First down and 10. I think my volume got bumped up there by accident, so we'll try to fix that.
And this is a big drive for Liberty Creek. Got to find their poise.
This is really the drive of the game, starting at the 25-yard line. If you want any chance in this football game whatsoever, you got to go down here and get points.
Just seems like at this point this is where they need to start getting creative. I know that we've talked about going to Mac Tuggle, and so maybe trying to get him some plays, but there hasn't been much of a passing game established so far, so this is where Coach Alexander is going to have to get creative and put a drive together.
Empty formation, trips right, twins to the left, and somebody moved early, and this is going to be the 4th penalty of the night against Liberty Creek for 30 yards, and that's going to back it up 5 yards, and we'll do it once again on the illegal procedure. All right, this is my friend Alaina Morris and Trey Weston from Lipscomb University. And all season long, my goal is for you to not hear me talk during the game very much. And so we're going to turn it over and let the kids drive the car. Alaina Morris, take it away play-by-play here in the second quarter.
Liberty Creek will need to come up with a good possession here. Current score 23-0, 5:04 to go in this second quarter. Receiver motioning in the backfield. Fake handoff. It's going to be Collier running up the middle. He'll get a couple of yards on the play. Still going, churning the wheels there. Finally brought down. Looks like he picked up a total of 6.
So a good run by Jackson Collier there, Trey.
Yeah, good run on that little keeper by Collier. And Liberty Creek's got to hit their stride and really find some momentum in this drive.
That's something we haven't seen Collier do a whole lot tonight is run the ball, and we mentioned Liberty Creek really needs to put together a good drive here, and so after that false start by the Wolves picking up, it looks like they'll actually give him 8 yards on that quarterback keep. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. That's Mac Tuggle over towards the Liberty Creek sideline. No one in the backfield behind Collier. Takes the snap. It's a high. Keeps it himself. Tries to roll out to the right. Nothing there at all. He'll lose a couple of yards.
There was something there. It was 0 Zach Groves.
Yeah, Groves has been everywhere. 6'4", 213. We've seen him in the Wildcat package, but they're making a big play.
Looks like we have an injury on the field for East Robertson. It's going to be number 54. Looks like Santana Washington.
I think that's the second time maybe we've seen him down on the ground here tonight. I know he got the penalty flag earlier as well. And so Santana Washington down. This looks like a cramp, if I got to guess. So the High Point Orthopedics injury report. And so far in the game, you know, you look back for the last 2 years for Liberty Creek, it's been a matter of limiting big plays. And here tonight, it's not been the big play as much as the field position and the turnover, and then East Robertson just churning it until they do bust one for 55 yards a minute ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a couple of big plays that, you know, East Robertson's been able to convert on. You mentioned the 55-yard touchdown, and it's the, you know, mistakes that Liberty Creek have made tonight. We've talked about the turnovers, the penalties, and so that punt after getting dropped and East Robertson getting the ball on Liberty Creek's 10-yard line, that was a huge possession that turned around the game completely. And now the Indians have a 23-0 advantage as we see Santana Washington getting up on his feet, walking over to the sideline. Seems to be getting up on his own power, so that's always a good sight to see.
So, Trey, you got to make sure that you don't give them the ball back and give them another chance to score. They still got 2 timeouts, and you got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. You got to move the chains here.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 9. You got to get a big play here. Probably going to be a passing play, but you got to get something here because, as you mentioned, it's going to be another punt, and you're pretty far back. So, likely good position for East Robertson.
Be 3rd and 9 on the 26-yard line. Collier takes the snap, surveys, swings it over, and that's almost intercepted. Went right through the hands of number 3, Cade Brooks.
Brooks had a pick 6 if he gets his hands on it.
He sure did. Tossed over to the left, intended for his receiver. I believe that was number 13. If I can get a name on that, still trying to get up to speed a little bit there.
Seth Taylor was the intended receiver.
In the vicinity was Taylor, and Brooks, he would have broke away for a touchdown if he was able to haul that one in.
So Lucas Yap is back to punt it.
Snap and punted down towards the 40-yard line. It's Brooks. He'll let it take a bounce, scoop it up, and he's going to field it. Brooks going out to the right side, trying to break a tackle. Does so. Now towards the sideline, down to the 50 is Brooks. Brooks makes his way to the 40, down to the 30. Brooks might be gone, but pushed out of bounds around the 15-yard line by Liberty Creek. And, man, Cade Brooks, 1 man away from a touchdown.
So far for East Robertson, he's probably your player of the game, if not for Caleb McNeil. He's going to be pushed out at the 21-yard line, but that return is going to go for 39 yards. It's going to be 1st down and 10. And now we're going to turn it over to Trey as he's going to take a little play-by-play for us here for the East Robertson Indians as they have it 1st down and 10 at the 21-yard line.
1st down and 10 at the 21-yard line is East Robertson leading this one 23-0. 3:24 left in the second quarter of this one. Young in shotgun position. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. With the running back, McNeil hands it off to McNeil. McNeil working, getting it up, still keeping his feet going. And he'll get it to about the 20. Give him a gain of 2.
Number 68, Titus Campbell coming in on the stop. Alaina, one of the things I see so far that is a positive is the interior of this Liberty Creek defensive line has done a really good job.
Yeah, we talked about that before the game. Obviously, East Robertson, very quick, athletic. You talked about limiting that speed. And so the defensive line up front for Liberty Creek has done a good job so far. As you mentioned, only a pickup of 2 on that last play.
So 2nd and 9, they give him 1 yard on the run. Liberty Creek looking to get a stop here, need one, trailing 23-0. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Fake it to McNeil, throw it, and that will be off the hands of Groves. And Groves trying to get a hand on that one. That was a tough throw by Young.
I believe that was Chris Groves, the intended receiver. Another Groves, as we mentioned. There's quite a few of them on the field tonight, and he was also just in fingertips reach of being able to grab that ball just out of his hands, and he might have been able to get into the end zone for a score there, but fortunate for Liberty Creek, he did not. So we have a longer 3rd down situation for East Robertson.
So 3rd and 9 from the East Robertson 20, as Young keeps it, flushed out to his left, looking for his receiver, and that will go incomplete.
4 straight incompletions now for Young as Liberty Creek has done a better job. 4 out of 9 overall, and now with 2:19 to go, decision time for East Robertson.
Looks like they're going to trot out the kicker, David Summerer. Saw his leg earlier in this one for the PATs. His first field goal attempt will come now.
It's going to be a 37-yarder marked at the 27-yard line.
So good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and that is no good.
So wide right. I thought he got pretty good leg on it, but it's almost like he lined it straight up instead of turning it to the inside, and he kicked it straight on a line. And so for Liberty Creek, that's a break.
So Liberty Creek gets a break, and they'll be back on the field, and with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go, they're going to have a chance.
So as Liberty Creek gets ready to come out, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. This is Liberty Creek football here on WHIN.
And there's the snap. Oh, what a hit! Ouch, that's got to hurt.
You okay, kid? That was a tough hit.
Yeah, Coach, but I think I need to get my teeth aligned. You know, fix this smile.
I've got just the solution, champ. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee.
Invisible Smiles of Tennessee. Clear, comfortable aligners that are perfect for athletes.
And we're back, cut it a little bit early as Liberty Creek goes to work on offense. And everybody stood up. It's going to be a short gain. It'll be second down. Alaina, we'll let you take it away here for this Liberty Creek series.
And you mentioned Liberty Creek really caught a break there. If it wasn't for the nice punt return by Brooks, they wouldn't have even been in that situation, but some are missing that field goal, and so Liberty Creek catching a break. 23-0 your score, 1:50 to go here in this second quarter. We're on the 21-yard line of Liberty Creek. They've got to drive the whole field and try to come up with a score before halftime. How big of a momentum shifter would that be for this team?
Especially when you get the football to start the second half.
If they could get something going here, that'd be big for the Wolves. 2 men in the backfield behind Collier. Looks to take the snap, hands it off. Up the middle for a few, breaks a couple of tackles, and looks like he'll have the first down. What a run there, pushing forward for about 15 yards.
We got an injury for East Robertson. This one doesn't look good as he hasn't moved very much, and a lot of people out to tend to him. We're going to take a break. This one may take a minute. You're listening to Liberty Creek football here on WHIN.
Hey, all you MVPs, if you're feeling sidelined by aches and pains, it's time to call a timeout and visit High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas, your home team for orthopedic and sports medicine care. So whether you've twisted an ankle during the morning jog or you're experiencing chronic knee or hip pain when doing daily exercises, our all-star lineup of doctors and specialists will get you back in the game in no time. Don't let injuries keep you on the bench. Contact High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas and score a big win for your health. High Point Orthopedic Associates has clinics in Gallatin and Portland.
You're listening to Sumner County High School football on WHIN, and this is the football scoreboard. Last week's Jamboree was the final tune-up before week 1 of the high school football season, and that included 2 Thursday night games as Westmoreland defeated Greenbrier 7-0 and White House Heritage tied White House 7-7. On Friday night, it was Portland 41, Liberty Creek 24, Clarksville 20, Gallatin 16. Station Camp defeated Hendersonville 20-7, and Beach over Dixon County 35-0. Pope Prep and East Nashville also played on Friday, but didn't keep score. Make sure to listen to Sumner County High School football all season long on WHINradio.com.
You're able to run one more play after that timeout for an injury. It was a run up the middle by Christian once again. That's who picked up that 15-yard carry right before the injury for East Robertson. And it looked like that was Tyron West who walked off the field for the Indians. So 41 seconds left to go here in this second quarter. 2nd and 6. Another handoff for Liberty Creek. Going to go nowhere. Stopped in the backfield with 33 seconds to go on the 40-yard line. And it looks like a timeout's going to be called on the field by East Robertson. So we'll stop at 32 seconds left as the teams will head towards the sidelines.
And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. This is Liberty Creek football on WHIN.
Who knows when you'll need a roofing company, but if you own a home or business, you will. That's why you need to know Shrums Roofing Company, a local, family-owned and operated company in Gallatin since 1976. That's nearly 50 years of service by the Shrums family, and they aren't going anywhere. No job is too large and no repair is too small. You'll get their commitment to a quality job every time. They're your neighbors and deeply involved in our community, and they treat your home or business just like it was theirs. And if you need siding or gutters, Shrums Roofing Company delivers the best there too. Shrums gives you a lifetime warranty on all workmanship for your peace of mind. So when you need roofing, siding, or gutters, you'll only get top-notch service from the Shrums Roofing Company family. Get to know them today. Go to shrumsroofing.com or call 615-675-4489. That's 615-675-4489.
This is Pete Weber, voice of the Nashville.
Handoff in the backfield to Christian. He's got the wheels turning. He's going down to the 30, down to the 20. He's going to be wrestled down around the 20-yard line. A big pickup right before the half with 19 seconds left. It was Liberty Creek's Grayson Christian.
So they're going to mark him at the 16-yard line, and Liberty Creek, I'm sure, is going to take their timeout.
It seemed for a while they were just kind of running the ball, churning the clock, trying to get to halftime, and a flag was thrown at the end of that play.
So that could be big as the ball's at the 19-yard line right now. And so you're going to give him 31 plus 13, so 44 yards on that run by Grayson Christian.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Liberty Creek. Not sure who they called it on. It was the opposite side of the field from us, pretty far from our viewpoint, but that's going to back it up a little bit. So that moves it back to about the 34-yard line of, they'll move it up a little bit more to about the 31 of East Robertson. So the Wolves are in scoring position with 19 seconds left to go before halftime. They'll run a play, but it's blown dead. A flag has been thrown. We've said that quite a few times tonight.
That's going to be the 6th penalty of the night.
It's going to be a delay of game on Liberty Creek.
So we're gonna do this in just a moment. I'm gonna go down and try to catch Coach Bill Alexander at the end of the half, and we're gonna leave it with Trey and Alaina here. Now, if you're listening on WHIN, this is the first time that they've run the system, and they're gonna take you into halftime, and then you're gonna hear some ads and a break, and then we'll be back and give you all the stats and the rundown and the interview with Coach and get ready for the third quarter. We're not done in the first half here yet, but Trey and Alaina are gonna take it away, and then we'll be back after halftime with Coach Bill Alexander. Take it away, Alaina.
So at one point down to the 19-yard line, we're backed up all the way to the 37, and it looks like another flag is going to be thrown. A false start on Liberty Creek backs them up to the 42. So at once, the Wolves were in scoring position right before halftime, but they've completely taken themselves out of it. An unsportsmanlike conduct, a delay of game, a false start, really backed them up.
Yeah, they continue to be plagued by penalties, and what was a once promising drive is now looking pretty bleak for them.
It's going to be 1st and 20 on the 42-yard line, and it looks like a timeout will be called.
The Ingram Law Firm in Gallatin is your trusted source for expert legal counsel, a full-service law firm dedicated to providing top-notch legal services to our community. Whether you need assistance with family law, mediation, criminal defense, wills and estates, and civil litigation, the Ingram Law Firm is here to help. Our experienced team offers personalized and compassionate service, fighting for your rights and guiding you through every legal challenge.
Hello, I'm Jay Ingram. I founded the Ingram Law Firm after practicing 23 years with my father, Bob Ingram, who started his practice in 1976. And though he is now retired, we work to make him proud every day, committed to delivering justice and peace of mind to our clients. Let our firm handle your legal needs with the care and expertise you deserve.
Call Ingram Law Firm today at 615-452-6613 for a consultation or visit us online at ingramlawyers.com. Experience the difference of a law firm that truly cares.
All right, we're back on the field, 19 seconds left to go. It's Mac Tuggle in the backfield with the ball. Try to move forward and pick up a yard or two with 19 seconds left. But the clock did not run on that last play.
Yeah, it looks like there might be an issue with the scoreboard. Not quite sure what's going on.
We were at 19 seconds before the play started. And we're still at 19 seconds after Mac Tuggle had run the ball for 2 yards. So Liberty Creek will call a timeout with 19 seconds left here in the first half. 19 seconds until halftime. The Indians on top of the Wolves 23-0. We'll take another quick break and we'll be back with you for Liberty Creek football in just a moment.
And there's the snap. Oh, what a hit! Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
You okay, kid? That was a tough hit.
Yeah, Coach, but I think I need to get my teeth aligned. You know, fix this smile.
I've got just the solution, champ. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee.
Invisible Smiles of Tennessee. Clear, comfortable aligners that are perfect for athletes at half the cost of traditional braces.
No more metal braces for me. I can still play hard and keep my smile looking great. Plus, I can use my aligners as a custom mouth guard.
Whether you're in the game or cheering from the sidelines, Invisible Smiles of Tennessee is your go-to for a winning smile. Visit ismilestn.com today and score a touchdown for you.
Back after the timeout by Liberty Creek, another handoff. That's Grayson Christian's time. Plows his way forward for about 5. We're still at 19 seconds. It doesn't look like the clock is resolved as the PA just let the officials know the clock is still not running, so there must be an issue with that scoreboard.
Yeah, we've had technical difficulties on our side, and now we're experiencing it in the stadium.
And so it looks like because of that, they're trying to figure out what to do. Some of the East Robertson players are motioning toward their locker room, so they might just call it a half at this point because they couldn't run the ball, or the clock, excuse me. They were continuing to run the ball, so it should be after 19 seconds. And they will call that the half. The score, the Indians 23, the Liberty Creek Wolves 0. That'll take us to halftime for Trey, Weston, and Alaina Morris. We'll send it over to you here for some advertisements. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Indians on top of the Wolves 23-0.
And now, the Invisible Smiles of Tennessee halftime report. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee, because a great smile should be affordable. A proud sponsor of Sumner County High School football. Now, let's get a breakdown of tonight's game so far and look around the county. This has been the Invisible Smiles of Tennessee halftime report. Get the perfect...
This is Pete Weber, voice of the Nashville Predators, and you're listening to Sumner County High School football on the WHIN Radio Network.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Mike Keith, voice of the Tennessee Titans, and you're listening to Sumner County High School football action on the WHIN Radio Network.
Our call letters are WHIN. Our dial position is 100.7 FM and 1010 AM. On the World Wide Web, it's WHINradio.com. We're Sumner County's #1 hit music station.
You've heard this before. There's never been a better time. And guess what? If you're looking for a new career to work locally in Sumner County, to make an impact on the growth and commerce in our community, to have fun, probably a lot of fun, then there really has never been a better time to consider broadcast and digital sales. WHIN Radio is locally owned and operated from right here in the streets of Indian Lake. And we're looking for a broadcast and digital advertising salesperson to join the team today. Radio still reaches more people every day than any other platform. More than TV, cable, even internet-connected devices. So if you want to explore a career with a solid base salary, higher than average commissions, and other benefits, call today for a private conversation. The number is 844-616-1010, 844-616-1010. Or you can reach our general manager by email, randy@WHINradio.com. WHIN is an equal opportunity employer. Call now. There hasn't been a better time.
Sumner County's hit music station, 100.7 WHIN.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We've got thousands of friends on Facebook. Are you one of them? 100.7, the new WHIN, 1010 AM.
You'll always find it at the streets of Indian Lake in Hendersonville. Books to bodyworks, clothing to candles, outdoor equipment, sunglasses, physical fitness classes, a hair salon for children, beauty supplies, athletic shoes, a nail spa, financial and investing services, and you can even get math help for the kids. Did we mention food? You'll find great restaurants serving the most delicious foods and desserts right here at the streets of Indian Lake. All these fine merchants and restaurants together to give you the most unique shopping and dining experience in Sumner County. The streets of Indian Lake, located off Exit 7, Vietnam Veterans Boulevard in Hendersonville. Hey, and don't forget, the Hendersonville Farmers and Artisan Market continues every Saturday from 8:30 until 1:30 through October the 31st. We look forward to seeing you at the streets of Indian Lake, 300 Indian Lake Boulevard in Hendersonville.
Our call letters are WHIN. Our dial position is 100.7 FM and 1010 AM. On the World Wide Web, it's WHINradio.com. We're Sumner County's #1 hit music station. A radio station the whole family can listen to in the car. 100.7 WHIN, 1010 AM.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Mike Keith, voice of the Tennessee Titans, and you're listening to Sumner County High School football action on the WHIN Radio Network.
This is Pete Weber, voice of the Nashville Predators, and you're listening to Sumner County High School football on the WHIN Radio Network.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Hendersonville and Gallatin's #1 hit music station. 100.7, the new WHIN, 1010 AM.
Hi, everybody. This is Eli Gold, and you're listening to Sumner County High School football on the WHIN Radio Network, live streaming around the world.
And welcome back to East Robertson. This is halftime, 23-0. East Robertson leads it. This is Kris Freeman alongside Alaina Morris and Trey Weston. And at the end of the half, we caught up with Coach Bill Alexander. We're going to go down now to the sideline and listen to what a very upset Coach Bill Alexander had to say after a really weird end to the first half when the clock did not start and they went to halftime. And he talked about that big penalty that really changed the game earlier on the 59-yard Mac Tuggle run that was called back. Let's hear from Coach Bill Alexander.
We're walking with Coach Bill Alexander. First half really changed on a lot of penalties, but that one big one on the run that brought back a 59-yard run was a really big backbreaker.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a chance to maybe get some points on the board right there, and that hurt. And then the clock didn't work at the end of the half, which that hurt. And it's just we missed the scoring opportunity there that really could have helped us since we get the ball back to start the half.
Your keys to start the half, you got to go down and get some points right here. Is that the big focus?
Yeah, we need points. I mean, our defense has played okay. You know, we haven't tackled great with some of their skill, but we knew that was going to be tough. We've just given them the short field too many times.
Last thing, interior defensive line been a positive here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think we played okay on defense. We just keep giving them too many short fields, and we got to do better at pinning them back and making them drive the football field.
All right, Coach, good luck. We'll see you second half.
Thank you.
And now, the Invisible Smiles of Tennessee halftime report. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee, because a great smile should be affordable. A proud sponsor of Sumner County High School football. Now, let's get a breakdown of tonight's game so far and look around the county.
All right, let's take a look at some scores around the county right now. As a halftime here, the score is 23-0. East Robertson leads it. As we're looking at some of the scores from our other broadcast around Sumner County, Hendersonville 13-3 over Gallatin. That is a surprise as the Commandos lead the Green Wave 13-3. Halftime 17-17 between Beach and Station Camp. That's a good one. It is Oakland 21-0 over Independence, and 21-19 JP2 leads East Nashville 21-19 at the half. That would be a monumental upset for JP2 over the defending runner-up in Class 3A for the last 3 years, East Nashville. And so here it is 23-0. And Alaina, as we look back to the first half and considering everything that happened here in the first half, for Liberty Creek, you've got to go down and get some points and use this first drive to get back in the game, which is what Coach Alexander said as we talked to him there.
Yeah, just some sloppy football so far. I mean, as to be expected, it's the first game of the year, so nothing's going to be perfect, but it just didn't seem like the Wolves could get any passing game going. That punt that was picked up on the 10-yard line for East Robertson, that turned into a touchdown. That Mac Tuggle run getting called back was huge, and so Liberty Creek's going to have to find a way to put it together in the second half, down by 3 possessions, and so a little bit of work to do coming out of the half, but you know, just from what I can see, it seems like Tuggle needs to be the guy that they go to in the second half. He's explosive. He's got a lot of speed, and that's how East Robertson plays as well. So Mac Tuggle's going to have to match that athleticism in the second half and try to get some things going, and really got to cut back on those penalties.
So in the first half, Mac Tuggle, he had 7 carries for 616. That's 13, 17, 19, and then lost 2. So 17 yards overall, and it's really a mirage because he had a 59-yard run that was called back on a penalty. And when you look back at that play, that penalty was absolutely non-essential to the play as Mac Tuggle broke it, and the penalty was called in the center of the line on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that was not even close to where Tuggle was at, and so the penalty, you know, being called was definitely unnecessary. No need for that player to make whatever play it happened to be. I believe that was some sort of holding or unnecessary call. And so Tuggle didn't need that in order to score, so that really hurt Liberty Creek in that way. But I think that positive is just showing that they have the ability to, make those big plays, open up some holes at the line and let Tuggle go to work. We've also seen some good running so far from Grayson Christian. He had a big run at the end of that second half. Just unfortunate. He made it all the way down to the East Robertson 19-yard line. That got moved back quite a bit after an unsportsmanlike conduct. So those penalties are really what killed it. They could have scored a touchdown or a field goal on both plays from Tuggle and Christian. And so just without those penalties, who knows what the score could be at the moment besides it being right now 23-0.
Let's also talk about the penalties. The penalties have been absolutely horrible on both sides of the ball. And when you look at Liberty Creek, East Robertson had the first 3 penalties of the game, and then Liberty Creek really got themselves in trouble when you're talking about 2 10-yard holding penalties. Then you got 4 5-yard procedure penalties. and then a big 15-yarder here a moment ago before the half that took away your opportunity to score. So overall tonight, you got 4 penalties, actually 7 penalties overall for Liberty Creek, and those come in for 55 yards in the game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's a stat you see at the end of the game, 7 penalties for 55 yards. So the fact that that's already piled up over the course of 20 minutes just means that something's going to have to change as far as, just the procedurals and, go back to the basics, do what you're supposed to do, line up and run the play, and, don't make any of sort of that unnecessary contact afterwards. Just kind of let the play happen, let it go, line back up for the next one. That's what Liberty Creek is going to have to do. But I know we've been talking a little bit about what they need to do better, but I kind of want to, veer towards the positives in that first half. Kris, we talked about, in that beginning, that front line, defensive line for Liberty Creek being important, and they did a really good job stopping the run game and making some big plays, not letting the quarterback run out for too many yards in that first half.
So as you look at East Robertson on their side of the ball, their run game has just been absolutely tremendous. And then Cason Young started 3 for 3 in the game, and he's only completed 1 out of his last 6 passes, but 2 of those were drops by Zach Groves. One of them was a touchdown, and if the second one would have been a 50-yard gain, and he dropped it across the middle and fumbled it, and then they ruled it incomplete pass.
Yeah, so Liberty Creek has caught some breaks off of those East Robertson mistakes. I mean, they could be up 2 more touchdowns right now. We don't know how that second play would have turned out, but Groves a couple early on mistakes. But we have to keep in mind it is the first game of the season, so those mistakes are to be expected, and I think a big highlight going into, or not a highlight, but something to look at going into the second half is Isaiah Groves. He is injured in that first quarter pretty quickly. He wasn't bearing any weight off the field. We saw him on the sideline with a trainer. Who knows if we'll see him in the second half? If not, who's going to continue to step up for East Robertson, or how will Liberty Creek shut it down without Isaiah Groves being in the game?
Well, really, this is what it comes down to as well. For East Robertson, they got 221 yards of total offense, 151 on the ground, 70 through the air. Liberty Creek tonight, they've only got 52 yards of total offense and 55 yards in penalties. And they haven't completed a pass tonight, as Collier is 0 for 3 and also had a big interception that really kind of flipped the field. And so just not been a good start for Liberty Creek, but you're only down 23-0. And if you look back to last year's game in the second half, they made a game of it with 3 scores. And you got to hope for that again here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 3 touchdowns, it seems like a lot. At the half you're pondering on it. You haven't put up any points on the board yet, but we've seen how quickly these games can change. I mean, that punt being picked up on the 10-yard line, a breakaway from Tugwell, those are just the game-changing plays. And so while it does look like quite the deficit right now, 3 touchdowns is nothing to overcome, and Liberty Creek's got a whole half to do that.
So this is the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center. Liberty Creek High School football is broadcast live on WHIN Radio, and this is the Invisible Smiles halftime report. We took a look at the scores around Sumner County, and so the teams are going to be making their way back out on the field here in just a moment. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the third quarter right here on WHIN Radio. This is Liberty Creek football.
This has been the Invisible Smiles of Tennessee halftime report. Get the perfect smile for about half of traditional braces.
Hello, I'm William Stiles, your country financial agent here in Sumner County. I care about this community and the people in it, and I'll take time to get to know you so I can help protect you and your family and their future. Find me at williamstiles.net to experience more. Again, that is williamstiles.net.
A little change can go a long way. That's why F&M Bank offers Smart Swipe, a great tool that deposits change to your savings account every time you make a debit card purchase. Buy your morning latte for $5.28. The difference of 72 cents is transferred to your savings account. Build your savings with every debit card purchase. You work hard for your money, and we'll work just as hard to help you make the most of it. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. Member FDIC.
First National Bank, growing with you, continuing the legacy of hometown banking, service, and support that Sumner County has grown to love. With 3 locations and a variety of online banking products, First National Bank offers the best of both worlds. That small bank atmosphere with big bank resources. Visit us online at fnbank.net or stop by one of our locations in Gallatin, Hendersonville, or Hartsville. First National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Who knows when you'll need a roofing company, but if you own a home or business, you will. That's why you need to know Shrums Roofing Company, a local family-owned and operated company in Gallatin since 1976. That's nearly 50 years of service by the Shrums family, and they aren't going anywhere. No job is too large and no repair is too small. You'll get their commitment to a quality job every time. They're your neighbors and deeply involved in our community, and they treat your home or business just like it was theirs. And if you need siding or gutters, Shrums Roofing Company delivers the best there too. Shrums gives you a lifetime warranty on all workmanship for your peace of mind. So when you need roofing, siding, or gutters, you'll only get top-notch service from the Shrums Roofing Company family. Get to know them today. Go to shrumsroofing.com or call 615-675-4489. That's 615-675-4489.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens.
That's Slim Chickens in Hendersonville at 218 East Main Street.
When it comes to getting a quality college education, you don't have to choose between affordability and real earning potential. At Trevecca, graduates with a bachelor's degree earn the second highest average salaries in Tennessee according to grad reports. Combine that with low tuition, academic excellence, and a caring campus community in the heart of Nashville, and you have one special university that sets you up for success like no other place. Visit Trevecca.edu to start a college journey that offers a great return on your investment and a positive direction for your future.
Pony Mailbox and Business Center is your one-stop shop for all of your packing and shipping needs. Locally owned and operated, we provide shipping services through all of the major U.S. carriers, including FedEx, UPS, DHL, and the Postal Service. With 2 convenient locations, you are never too far away. We're located at 242 West Main Street in Hendersonville and 540 West Main Street in Gallatin. In addition to shipping and selling a wide variety of packing supplies, we also provide copy, fax, notary, and print services, including banners, blueprints, and business cards.
Hello, my name is Tommy Oldham. I own and operate Pony Mailbox and Business Center in Hendersonville and Gallatin. Whether you need to ship a package or have your documents printed, copied, faxed, or notarized, stop by either of our 2 convenient locations and let us provide you with our fast and friendly service.
And there's the snap. Oh, what a hit! Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
You okay, kid? That was a tough hit. Yeah, Coach, but I think I need to get my teeth aligned. You know, fix this smile.
I've got just the solution, champ. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee.
Invisible Smiles of Tennessee. Clear, comfortable aligners that are perfect for athletes at half the cost of traditional braces.
No more metal braces for me. I can still play hard and keep my smile looking great. Plus, I can use my aligners as a custom mouth guard.
Whether you're in the game or cheering from the sidelines, Invisible Smiles of Tennessee is your go-to for a winning smile. Visit ismilestn.com today and score a touchdown for your smile. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee, 615-265-8543 to schedule your complimentary consultation. That's 615-265-8543 or visit the website at ismilestn.com. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee, where your journey to a straighter, more beautiful smile begins, because a smile should be affordable.
You've been in an accident. You're hurt. You know you need a lawyer, but who? I'm attorney Michael Ponce. I grew up here in Sumner County, and for more than 25 years, our firm has grown into one of the largest and most powerful firms in the area. We've done this by getting results for our clients and by providing personalized representation in every case. So if you need a lawyer you can trust, call Ponce Law, Justice for All, 615-851-1776.
Welcome back to the Ponce Law Justice for All broadcast center at Liberty Creek High School football on WHIN Radio. East Robertson 23, Liberty Creek 0 as we're getting ready to start the third quarter.
So Dr. Bill Taylor and Invisible Smiles of Tennessee proudly sponsor the halftime report. If you're looking for top quality and budget-friendly orthodontic care in Sumner County, then choose Invisible Smiles. It'll be Liberty Creek receiving the football for the Sumner Prevention Coalition kickoff here to start the second half as we're ready for football. And Trey, they got to go down and score right here. Liberty Creek's got to get on the scoreboard and turn this game around.
Yeah, it's now or never for Liberty Creek. They're down 23-0. Already a couple of touchdowns as well as 2-point conversions. Liberty Creek's got to get something going in the second half.
It's going to be East Robertson to kick it off here to start the third quarter. Liberty Creek is back around the 5-yard line to receive the kickoff. It's Summer to boot it away for the Indians. He does so. That one's drilled towards the back of the end zone. And it's going to be called for a fair catch for Liberty Creek.
And a touchback. And I know that this is y'all's first time kind of doing high school football. So in Tennessee and really across the nation, if any part of the ball or the body goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. And that's really a safety rule with all the concussion rules. And so if anything goes into the end zone, it's a touchback. And so it'll be 1st down and 10 for Liberty Creek. So at halftime, we talked about the stats in the first half. East Robertson with 221 yards of total offense, 151 on the ground, 70 through the air. For Liberty Creek tonight, only 52 yards of total offense and 55 penalties, or 55 penalty yards. 55 penalties would be a lot of penalties. So 55 penalty yards, and they're going to start it off. And Alaina, why don't you take it away, and then we'll let Trey take one. We'll swap it up here in the second half and let you guys get a little experience. Alaina Morris, Trey Weston from Lipscomb University, taking it away here on WHIN Radio.
Felt like 55 penalties in the first half, but we made it through. It's going to be Liberty Creek on the 20-yard line to start out. The Wolves wearing their white uniforms with blue stripes, numbers, and letters, and a blue helmet. And it's East Robertson in their maroon uniforms. It looks like we've got a little bit of a quarterback change for the Liberty Creek Wolves. It's going to be Ace Hogg, number 1, coming in for Jackson Collier. So a switch at quarterback coming out of halftime. A move that might be necessary, not much of a passing game get going for the Wolves. So it's going to be Ace Hogg in at quarterback. Trips left. And 2-man will motion over to the right. Snapped, handed off to Tuggle in the backfield. He goes towards the right side. Not much there. Tripped up, maybe picked up one for the first play of this third quarter.
Yeah, they're continuing to try to get Tuggle the ball and hoping that he can break out. We saw that one run he broke out for, but it got called back, unfortunately. We'll see if Tuggle can get going.
11:40 in this third quarter. 23-0. East Robertson leads Liberty Creek. It's 2nd and 10 on the 20-yard line of Liberty Creek.
Ace Hogg was the backup last year to Brian Rager. Brian Rager graduated, went on to college, and now Ace Hogg in to run the offense as a starter for the first time.
And we'll see a quick penalty thrown here. The officials discussing that on who they're going to call it on. So second play of this third quarter results in a flag being thrown.
This will be the 13th penalty flag of the night combined.
Seen quite a few flags thrown so far.
And that is going to be for only the third time tonight. That's an F&M Bank.
1st down. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on East Robertson that moves the chains. 11:21 to go. Liberty Creek gets it at the 35-yard line now.
And when you're down 23, any chance you can get to move the chains, even if it's a penalty, you'll take it.
So it's a unsportsmanlike conduct on the Indians. And Liberty Creek with the ball. Twins out to the left, snaps the ball, is Hogg, hands it off to Tuggle. He runs it right up the middle, gets tripped up after picking up about a yard or two.
Tuggle's 9th carry of the night, sitting at about 21 yards overall.
And they'll say he didn't pick up anything there.
Going to give him 2. Late move by the stick.
I'll correct it, and I believe they'll give him a yard. So, yes, 2nd and 9 on the 38-yard line of Liberty Creek. 23-0, 10:36 to go here in this third quarter. 2 receivers out to the left. Snapped, handed off once again to Tuggle. Tries to push his way forward. and picks up another 2 yards there on the carry.
Now you're coming up on a big third down. Continuing to try to get Tuggle the ball, but this looks like a passing down here.
And in this offense, which is modeled after the Gus Malzahn style, you know, Arkansas, Auburn, all that old stuff that he used to run. It's a RPO, Tim Tebow style offense. And now you've got another quarterback in that looks like Sperry Jones.
Jones will pitch it back to Grayson Christian. He gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, so that'll be 4th down for Liberty Creek. 4th and 4 to be exact. 23-0. East Robertson leads, and we were talking about how they need to come out of the gates and try to score, but it looks like a flag is going to be thrown. Can't say we're too surprised if we've seen a lot of yellow flying around in the air tonight.
I think we've also got an injury as East Robertson player is down on the field. We'll see what the penalty is going to be, but they kind of went to a bunch formation there, and that's the first time we've seen Sperry Jones under center. We knew that he would be a smokestack style quarterback and a bunch formation quarterback, but I'm really surprised, Trey, that on 3rd and 4 with Ace Hogg, your guy that can step back and throw it, that we didn't see maybe a pass there on 3rd down.
Yeah, we talked about him being a good pocket passer, and they elect to go with the package we saw and do a run play. And obviously some concern for the East Robertson player that's down, and curious to see what this penalty will be.
And it looks like the penalty will give Liberty Creek, a 1st down. That player down on the ground for East Robertson was Zach Groves, and so he's walking up. It looks like he's grabbing at that left arm of sorts, and so that's the second one of the Groves who have felt a little bit banged up tonight. Isaiah Groves for the Indians. He left at the very beginning of this game, probably was in for 3 or 4 plays. He made his way out. Couldn't put any weight on that ankle. And now it is Zach Groves coming up a little shaken up.
And the 3rd 15-yard penalty of the game tonight against East Robertson. And again, with it being 15 yards, it's either got to be a face mask or an unsportsmanlike conduct. And so a big, big penalty right there against East Robertson, going to give Liberty Creek good field position.
I believe that was ruled another unsportsmanlike conduct on East Robertson, so that moves the chains once again. And if you're Liberty Creek, you can't be complaining too much. 23-0, 9:45 to go on the 46-yard line. Snapped, handed off to Tuggle. He tries to go towards the right side, stopped there, and lost a yard or 2 on that play. That was, I believe, Santana Washington coming in to make the play for East Robertson.
This defense getting some good penetration up front and doing a great job of containing this run game by Liberty Creek.
9:18 and counting here in this 3rd quarter. 23-0. The Indians lead in this Week 1 game. 2 receivers out to the left. A man in the backfield. Hogg snaps it once again to Tuggle. Tries to run it up the middle, but can't really get anything going.
We have committed to the bit right now, though. Just run it up the middle, run some clock. Key is you got to get down here and convert it, and you got to do something with it. You come up empty on this drive, you're just going to run out of time.
And this is an opportunity we mentioned where they could throw the ball. So what was 1 2nd and 12 changes to 3rd and 9 with 8:40 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Ace Hogg will stay in the game at quarterback.
We mentioned he's a pocket passer, 2 receivers out to the left. Tuggle in the backfield. He snaps it, hands it off to, that's Grayson Christian. He'll run forward and get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And so they're really sticking to this running game, but the only way the chains have been moving so far are because of East Robertson penalties.
Yeah, a little bit confused on going for the run there. Obviously trailing 23-0, you want to get that pass game going and try to move the chains. As you mentioned, all of the first downs have come from penalties, and now they're going to have to punt again.
So the punter for Liberty Creek,
Lucas Yap,
will make his way onto the field. They're at the 44-yard line of East Robertson. It's 4th and 8 with 7:40 to go, and blown dead due to another penalty.
Probably a good thing, because that was either going to be blocked or tackled. inside the 45-yard line as that snap didn't make it back to the punter.
Yeah, we've seen some issues with the snap so far today for Liberty Creek.
Third penalty of the drive against East Robertson, and now I think you got to think about going for it.
And it looks like they are. I believe Coach Alexander is going to send his offense back onto the field. And let's see who is going to be in at quarterback.
Looks like Sperry Jones is back in at quarterback, and they're going to go to the smokestack formation.
4th and 3, 7:25 to go on the 39-yard line.
They're trying to call them off sides. Hard count.
Jones looks to snap, hands it off in the backfield. It's Christian. He bursts forward for a first down, Liberty Creek.
F&M Bank first down, and they've taken advantage of the penalties. 2 penalties have been a direct first down, and that time they run it up the middle, and that was just a well-designed play. Good block by the offensive line.
That's exactly what Liberty Creek needed there.
Yeah, great blocking by the offensive line, as you mentioned, and they stay in, and now they got the first down.
6:55 to play left in this third quarter. The Indians still lead 23-0 on the 30-yard line. It's handed off to Tuggle. He pushes forward for about 5. And another flag is thrown.
Came in from the back judge.
And I'm not sure how many times I've said that on this drive, let alone this entire game. Quite a few penalties so far. So let's see what we've got here. No signal yet from the officials on what that penalty might be.
Liberty Creek thinks it's against East Robertson.
And it looks like they're moving that ball forward, so I believe it is East Robertson.
Face mask.
Playing some sloppy football on this opening drive, or this, not the opening drive, excuse me, this current drive to start the third quarter.
So the third time a 15-yard penalty against East Robertson on this drive. And now East Robertson is backed up as Liberty Creek has it all the way inside the 15-yard line at about the 12.
And this is some of the best field position that the Wolves have had all evening, so 6:36 to go. They're going to go with that package again. Jones hands it off. It's Christian, but the Indians were ready for it there. He got no yards on that one.
He ran into the entire city across Plains right there. That was a big, big tackle in the interior line, and they're going to lose about a yard on first down.
Play completely blown up there. Grayson Christian not able to get anywhere really. That'll be, as you mentioned, a loss of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 11 on the 14-yard line of East Robertson. 6 minutes to go. And the Wolves are down by 23. Snapped over to the right side. And not much there for Liberty Creek.
So Grayson Christian gets his yard back.
It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They've basically done this entire drive without a pass.
Yeah, kind of shocking considering the state of this game right now, trailing by 23.
And, you know, running the ball the way they are, it's churning a lot of clock. When you're down by 3 touchdowns, you don't have the option of really being able to run it every drive, but they're doing it here. They'll fake the run. Jones will roll out to the right, and he just has to throw it out of bounds. And Jones not able to do anything there.
Yeah, and there we see big Kanye Prince putting that pressure on the quarterback there, getting in his face and making him uncomfortable. And now you got a 4th down, Liberty Creek.
Well, they're looking for people in the crowd are asking for a flag, but the ball got past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds, and just really that's all he's got to do when he's throwing it away is as he's running out of the pocket, just throw it away and get it past the line of scrimmage.
And so it looks like they'll try for a field goal here.
Is that heel? Is that what you said?
I did.
That's good. So Lucas Schapp looks like he's going to tee it up at the 29-yarder.
And that one's up and does not have the distance. It's going to be a little bit short for Yap. And so what was once a promising drive for Liberty Creek, the Wolves will come up empty-handed.
So that's a big, big break for East Robertson and for Liberty Creek. Now you're really, really in trouble. 23-0. East Robertson's going to have the football. And we're here at the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center. Kris Freeman, Alaina Morris, Trey Weston. Trey's going to take it over for play-by-play here. So, Alaina, good job. And these are students from Lipscomb University, students of mine there. And also Noah Freeman from MTSU will join us next week. He's down at MTSU doing PA for volleyball tonight. And he'll be back next week as we bring the White House Blue Devils up to Liberty Creek in the Big House on Wolfpack Way for the home opener next Friday night at 7 o'clock. First down and 10, East Robertson at the 20-yard line. Trey, take it away.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. The Indians going left to right. They've got twins on the right. They motion the wide receiver and then a handoff. And moving up and getting some yardage, that's Caleb McNeil.
And that was a really good block on the outside by number 7, Caden Perry, in order to let McNeil get to the outside and run for that first down.
So McNeil with good yardage. Stop made on the play for Liberty Creek there by number 83, Nate King. Also in on the stop. I don't think we've called his name here tonight, but he's been in there on defense. Number 22, Kingston Rios.
As Young gets that pass out, and with some space and moving is Brooks. Brooks getting it all the way down to about the 35. And that'll be another first down as they're moving the chains. East Robertson is.
See where they're going to mark him. All the way down to the 29-yard line. So a gain on the play of 38 yards.
So a big chunk play for East Robertson.
We talked about that earlier. They live and die by getting those big plays, and Brooks there just bursting with speed up the left sideline, able to get all the way down to the 29-yard line. And so for Liberty Creek, you really want to try to come up with a stop after being oh so close to scoring there. And so you're starting to get down to the point where you really need to figure things out, as we're just within 5 minutes of ending the third quarter.
I think East Robertson thought there was going to be a penalty against the offense.
Yeah, there was a flag on the field. It was picked up.
Waving it off, so no flag at all.
So first and 10, ball in the 28 of Liberty Creek. As East Robertson looking to pad to their lead. Twins to the right, a receiver to the left. And Young in shotgun position. Flushes out to his right, hits his target. That's Perry. Perry moving down the right side. And he'll get it to about the 10. Another first down for East Robertson.
His first catch of the night goes for 18 yards. And now suddenly, Young is hit on 2 passes in a row after missing 5 out of his last 6.
So we've seen the running ability by Young. There we see his arm for a couple of first downs, and now it's going to be first and 10 on the 11 of Liberty Creek.
(23-0) your score. 3:45 to go in the third quarter.
Young in shotgun position, fakes the handoff to McNeil, keeps it himself, running up, and he will get the touchdown. Right down the middle is Young, and we talked about his ability, his two-way ability, and there we see his running ability.
I mean, definitely a dual-threat quarterback, just walked his way up the middle pretty much untouched, and now the Indians with a real advantage and looking to take a 30-point lead if they're able to convert on this point after.
So we saw the fake of the handoff to McNeil, and then the run-in for the touchdown, and we see that same Wildcat formation, it looks like, as Groves is back there. So good to see Groves back in the game. Walked off the field. Now it looks like they're going to go for the PAT, actually.
Summer to kick.
Good snap, good hold, and the kick is through. And so it's now 30-0. East Robertson.
So we're going to take a break. This is the third quarter with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go. East Robertson 30, Liberty Creek 0. And we'll be back. This is WHIN.
A little change can go a long way. That's why F&M Bank offers SmartSwipe, a great tool that deposits change to your savings account every time you make a debit card purchase. Buy your morning latte for $5.28. The difference of 72 cents is transferred to your savings account. Build your savings with every debit card purchase. You work hard for your money, and we'll work just as hard to help you make the most of it. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. Member FDIC.
First National Bank, growing with you, continuing the legacy of hometown banking, service, and support that Sumner County has grown to love. With 3 locations and a variety of online banking products, First National Bank offers the best of both worlds. That small bank atmosphere with big bank resources. Visit us online at fnbank.net or stop by one of our locations in Gallatin, Hendersonville, or Hartsville. First National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Back here at East Robertson, it's 30-0. The Indians leading the Wolves following the Young touchdown on the keeper. And now the kick goes back, and it's received by Liberty Creek. They push it up, get it across the 30, across the 40. Some space, getting it out to about the 43. And we'll get to see this Liberty Creek offense once again.
Good return that time for Liberty Creek. I didn't catch a number from where we are. We're a little blocked off in the press box, but maybe number 18.
Yeah, I believe it was.
So he's had 2 good returns tonight. Andrelski is the player for Liberty Creek that would do that. This is the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center.
Yeah, just a sophomore showing a lot of speed. So it'll be 1st and 10. They're going to mark it at the 38 of Liberty Creek.
If you're listening here tonight and you're thinking, man, this is a tough game, we're also playing a team that's won 24 games in the last 2 years and nearly won a state championship in Class 3A last year, in Class 2A.
Yeah, by all means, this is a team who went 13-2 last year.
So a handoff, and it looks like it was Tuggle. Looks like he might have gotten a couple yards. As they continue to run the ball, we've seen a lot of run plays throughout this one up the middle. I'll give him a pickup of 2 yards on that one.
You have to think Tuggle's going to be feeling it tomorrow with as much as he's carried the ball tonight.
So 2:08 to go, 2nd and 8 on the 40 of Liberty Creek. As Ace Hogg in at QB. To his right is Christian. Twins on the left. Shotgun position. High snap, handoff to Christian. Christian moving up. Get it to about the 44.
Good burst that time, just 1 step away from being able to break that to the outside.
And just some space.
Just some food for thought. I mean, it's just been interesting to see with the quarterback change. They bring in Ace Hogg, a guy that is, you know, a little bit of a better passer than Jackson Collier, but we've yet to see him throw the ball tonight. We saw Collier throw just 3 times in the first half, and Hogg's come in here for this 3rd quarter, but he's yet to try to heave it downfield.
Well, one of the other things that we lost last year was a lot of receivers. And so lost Jackson Pomeroy and Mitchell, and so that's a lot of new kids out there on the outside as well.
So 3rd and 5. Hogg in shotgun position. Christian to his left. Twins to the left. And they hand it off to Christian. Christian going towards the right, cutting back, and he'll get about 5 yards on that one, and that will be a F&M Bank 1st down.
Good job. Sounded like you've done it forever.
So a big 1st down for Liberty Creek as we enter the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
It's nice to get a 1st down without some penalty yardage to help out as well.
Yeah, it seemed like on that last drive, all the chains moving were because of East Robertson penalties.
So 1st down on the Liberty Creek 49 as they look to get some points on the board. Hogg again, a high snap, hands it off to Christian. Christian moving up the middle. And it looks like he might have gotten 3 or 4 yards on that one.
We either had an earthquake or somebody ran into the bleachers.
That shook the whole press box.
Yeah, we're still standing, but I'm not sure what was going on there. Felt like somebody backed a truck into the back of the press box, probably maybe in the student section down here. Who knows?
Might have been, yeah. It looks like they're having a good time watching their team that has a pretty big lead heading into the 4th.
So it will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick break. It's the Indians leading the Wolves 30-0.
So after the game, stick around. Pony Mailbox and Business Center postgame show, where we will tell you about our most outstanding player for tonight's game. And we'll hear from them just a little bit later. And as Trey said, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back to you. See you in just a few moments right here on WHIN Radio.
The Sumner Prevention Coalition's mission is to unite people with vision, commitment, and resources to provide solutions to eliminate substance abuse and make a difference for youth, families, and individuals in Sumner County. We envision a healthy, safe, and thriving community free of substance abuse. Learn more at sumnercoalition.org. The Sumner Prevention Coalition is proud to support all Sumner County High School sports broadcasts on WHIN Radio and WHINradio.com.
Pony Mailbox and Business Center is your one-stop shop for all of your packing and shipping needs. Locally owned and operated, we provide shipping services through all of the major U.S. carriers, including FedEx, UPS, DHL, and the Postal Service. With 2 convenient locations, you are never too far away. We're located at 242 West Main Street in Hendersonville and 540 West Main Street in Gallatin. In addition to shipping and selling a wide variety of packing supplies, we also provide copy, fax, notary, and print services.
So back here with the fourth quarter, and right off the bat, a great penetration by East Robertson to get the stop. And it'll bring us up to 3rd down.
So sometimes our ads run a little bit long, so sorry about that. Welcome back to the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center.
That was a punishing tackle by Santana Washington. Mentioned his name quite a bit. It's been a force in this defensive line tonight.
And I'm sure Grayson Christian's going to be feeling that one tomorrow, completely blown up in the backfield.
So Hogg flushed out to his left, trying to hit his man, but that will go incomplete, as he was looking for Seth Taylor on that one. So 4th and 8.
Still not a completed pass, and that's been a struggle tonight.
They've had their issues with getting completions. We've seen a lot of run plays, and now it looks like they're going to punt again, as Yap will be back to punt this one away. And Groves is back deep to return. 10:38 to go. The Indians leading 30-0. As Yap kicks it back, and it angles towards out of bounds. Looks like it's around the 25 vicinity. And East Robertson will get it once again.
That'll take us to East Robertson with their first possession here in the fourth quarter. 10:07 left to go here at East Robertson High School. The Indians still with a big lead, 32-0. Liberty Creek yet to find themselves on the board.
We talked about time and time again, a tough night for Liberty Creek. Just haven't been able to get the passing game going. East Robertson's done a great job of shutting down that run.
Kason Young trots out on the field to lead his offense. It's 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line of East Robertson. X-receiver out to the left, twins to the right. It's Caleb McNeil in the backfield next to Young. Handoff to McNeil, heads towards the left, bursts through a little hole, picks up about 4 yards, and that'll take us to 2nd and 6.
Yeah, McNeil has just been so physical all night long. You see that ability to push those tacklers and get a few extra yards.
Clock going to run pretty quick here in the fourth quarter. And so now at the 29-yard line, you just got to try to minimize the damage and think about next week. Next week, you got the White House Blue Devils coming down to Liberty Creek in a Sumner County matchup.
And a flag will be thrown.
It's like offsides against Big Titus Campbell, number 68. So a lot of penalties here tonight. First one against Liberty Creek in the second half. But going back to the first half, really changed the momentum of the game with that 59-yard run by Mac Tuggle being brought back. And so now here we are with a 5-yard penalty, and that's going to make it 2nd down and inches.
Campbell knew immediately. He jumped off sides, put his hands on his head, and now a very manageable situation for East Robertson. 2nd and inches here on the 29-yard line. 8:19 to go in this fourth quarter. Indians with a 30-point lead. 32-0 your current score.
Stick around after the game. We're going to hear from Coach Bill Alexander. We'll also have our most outstanding player, and we'll talk a little bit about the action here tonight. After our game is over with, we're going to have some ads, so don't run away and come back, and we'll hear from Coach Alexander and talk about tonight's action.
And what was 2nd and inches, they'll actually rule a first down, so it's 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. Snap taken, looked out to the left, makes its way over to Groves. He'll plow his way forward, down to the 50, moves forward, tackled around the 45 for an East Robertson first down.
That's going to be Xavion Groves, number 2, who had the big 55-yard run earlier.
Should clarify which Groves it is. We've got quite a few for East Robertson, but he's a little bit shaken up after that play. And
that would be 3 of the Groves tonight that have been injured. Zach was not serious, but Isaiah has pretty much missed the length of the game.
Yeah, he's on the sideline. I see him actually right now. Pads are off, and he's just walking around. But East Robertson able to handle this without him tonight, and we mentioned him before the game started, and we mentioned his relatives as well, quite a few Groves as he tries to hop back up. It's Xavion Groves, but he'll go back down. It looks like a cramp, so hopefully nothing too serious.
Yeah, it was such a hot one today.
Yeah, it's gotten really humid today, and you see that in this time of the year with high school football especially. And so tonight, just a dominating performance, 30-0 by East Robertson. This team is going to be a contender for the Class 2A state championship this year. East Robertson playing in that region with Westmoreland, Smith County, Monterey. Very tough region for them. But if they are able to get through that successfully, then they're going to have a chance to return back to the Class 2A state championship game. And, Alaina, you guys have got to see a really good football team to start it off. And not a lot bad to say for Liberty Creek. You're just playing a good team here tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. We talked about how athletic and fast East Robertson is as we see Xavion Groves hop off the field. So nice to see nothing too serious here as we'll line up for 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. Young takes the snap, hands it off to McNeil. He heads towards the right side, cuts it back, gets out, and tackled down around the marker. And I believe they're going to move the chains. First down, pickup of about 10 yards for McNeil.
Yeah, McNeil able to get that space going towards the outside, and big run for him.
So, Trey, McNeil has been really impressive for them tonight. When you consider how well that East Robertson has played, a lot of that goes to Caleb McNeil, who's been a big part of this offense. A lot of speed, but he's their power guy.
Yeah, he's their power guy, and the quarterback, too. You got to give credit to Kason Young and what he's been able to do to be a two-way threat. We've seen him deliver the ball pretty well in the passing game, but we've also seen him be able to flush out and run the ball as well.
And McNeil doing a really good job filling in for Isaiah Groves. As we mentioned, he went down, and McNeil was kind of the guy to fill in, and he really stepped up during this one. So Young will take the snap and hand it off. It's going to be another Groves to the outside, plows his way through, gets down to about the 29-yard line. Excuse me, it's actually going to be Miller Cothran with the carry.
So we talked about Miller Cothran earlier in the game. That's his second carry here tonight. We're broadcasting live on WHIN Radio. You can listen live at WHINradio.com. East Robertson High School in Cross Plains, Tennessee. Next week, we'll be at home as Liberty Creek is back in Sumner County to take on the White House Blue Devils. Man, White House, I know you guys didn't get to see the game, but White House got their hearts broken last night as they were up 14-7 on Portland, took a 20-14 lead in the fourth quarter, and then Portland drove it down after White House missed the extra point, and White House gave up a 26-yard run to the fullback who bruised his way to the end zone, kicked the PAT, won the game.
Slung forward, but a big hit there. Wow. The safety coming up to make a play. That was number 19, Kris Sweeney, and wow.
We saw Sweeney way earlier in the game. I remember calling his name back in the first quarter. So 5:12 to go, clock running.
Was intended for, I believe, Cothran once again on that left side, and Sweeney with the big hit popped that one out. So that takes us to 3rd and 6 with just 5 minutes left to go in this contest. Pretty much can call it a game at this point, but Indians, a very good football team, as we mentioned, up 30-0 at the moment with the clock running down from 5 minutes. It's Young with the snap, hands it off to McNeil once again, cuts it back, now moves his way forward, and a pile up around the 25-yard line. The officials blowing the play dead.
Well, we're just wrapping it up here with 4:34 to go and running, and now they've stopped the clock and run it again. So we are under a running clock rule here in the fourth quarter, and this one's moving pretty quick. Stick around after the game for our post-game show. We would normally have Coach Bill Alexander, but I think because of our running clock tonight, we may have to wait and get Coach Alexander after the game is over with and put that interview up on social media later on so you guys can jump on there and see that. But 30-0, just not a lot of great things to say, and you got to look forward to next week.
Most definitely, and so we've mentioned, too, this is a tough football team, nothing to hang your head about. You get to head back home, and it's week 1, too, so a lot to improve on, a lot to work on, and so nothing to hang your heads about if you're Liberty Creek. But it's Young again with the snap, hands it off to McNeil, actually fakes it, rolls out to the left side, and he's going, and he'll pick up the first down, wrestled down around. Let's see where they mark him.
But again, seeing that dynamic ability by Young to be able to get out of the pocket and use his legs.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for both teams. For East Robertson, they'll be heading out to Houston County next week. Then they come home for Monterey and Sycamore. For Liberty Creek, 3 home games in a row, White House, Smith County, and Stratford. And that will start next Friday night at the Big House on Wolfpack Way at 7 o'clock right there in Cottontown, Tennessee.
It's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I'm sitting behind a wall, so I can't really see anything. I finally decided to sit down.
Handoff once again to McNeil. Wrapped up and brought down after a pickup of maybe 1. Some extracurriculars going on that the officials will head to break up.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of unsportsmanlike penalties throughout this contest.
Down to about 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in this 4th quarter. The Indians still with a 30-0 lead, and they're yet again in scoring position.
18 penalties combined here tonight between the two teams. That's a tough night to get it started.
2nd and 8 on the 17-yard line. And it looks like they'll be bringing a new quarterback in for East Robertson. It's going to be number 18, Luke O'Brien, the sophomore. He'll take the snap, hand it off to McNeil. McNeil pushes his way up the middle, and a nice hit as he lowers his shoulder and plunges forward for about 5.
Looks like East Robertson just trying to run this clock out as much as they can.
Down to 1:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. As we said, we're going to end it pretty quick. Our post-game show is normally brought to you by Pony Mailbox and Business Center in Hendersonville. And our most outstanding player tonight, we'll talk about that, and then they'll give that out officially for Liberty Creek on Monday during practice with the coach. But we'll give you our thoughts after the game on who that should be.
Pickup of 5 for McNeil. Takes it to 3rd and 3. We're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds left. O'Brien's in at quarterback, 3 receivers out to the right. He hands it off, cuts it back. Moving forward is the new running back in the game, Luis Martinez. And you can imagine McNeil's going to see the sideline. He's been in there working hard tonight, but Martinez will pick up the first down.
So the ball's on the 5-yard line. Question is, are they going to try to score right here? I would think with Coach Brooks and Coach Alexander having coached together that I really don't look for East Robertson to try to push it in here.
And it looks like they're not going to. Looks like Coach Brooks kind of motioned toward the quarterback, but they are lining up for a play. So we'll see what happens here with 29 seconds left to go. 1st and 10 on the 5-yard line of Liberty Creek. The snap is fumbled, and he has to go down and pick that one up while he's on his knee. So play blown dead immediately. They lose about 5 yards on that play.
And the clock is going to run down, and that's going to be the end of our game here tonight. And so East Robertson is going to pick up the win, 30-0 over Liberty Creek. And so the running clock makes the 4th quarter go quick, and that is going to be our final score. I'm trying to get in some light so I can read this. It's a little dark up here, but we want to tell you about the Pony Mailbox and Business Center postgame report. We're here with head coach Bill Alexander after East Robertson comes away with a 30-0 win. Coach, overall, they had one big play, but really they just controlled the line of scrimmage and controlled the football. But I don't really think our guys played too terribly tonight. That's just a really good football team.
Yeah, we couldn't tackle their skilled players, and we knew that was going to be an issue. They just, they got 3 or 4 guys that are just elite athletes, and They're hard to tackle in space, so we had a hard time with that. But I told our guys after the game I was very proud of their effort. If we finish a couple of drives on offense, the score looks a lot different. If we score right there at the beginning of the third quarter and it's 23-7, you don't know how the game's going to go. But, they got a great football team. I think we got better tonight, and just got to start working Monday for White House.
Well, we talked about penalties at halftime. You had two big backbreaker penalties tonight. First one on the run by Mac Tuggle. Took away a 59-yard run. The second one in the second half, as you're moving the football down the field, they had a lot of penalties. And then we had one actually right before the end of the first half. Yeah. We had one at about the 20-yard line that backed it up and kept you from being able to score.
Yeah, the penalty right before the half, I think, was just a hustle penalty, and Mac was working really hard to block, and he was a little late after the whistle, and I think when we look at that at film, we weren't too upset about that one. And the holding calls are just going to happen sometimes. That's another great example. We get a stop on their opening drive. Mac breaks that long run. I mean, how does the game change if we manage to punch it in right there? But they're a great football team. They got a great season in front of them, and we got to try to fix what we can fix and get ready for White House next week. We still know, we don't want to start 0-3 again this year, but, the first game that really sets the tone for where we're headed in November is the Stratford game in 3 weeks. And so, this week and White House next week and Smith County the week after, that's all about getting better for Stratford. And that's the way we're going to approach it. And, hopefully we can at least sneak one of those threes to win so we don't start 0-3.
Let's give a big shout out to the interior defensive line tonight and the way they played up front. East Robertson made some things happen outside, but inside we were able to control it, and they've got a really good fullback as well.
Yeah, I think we just overall, again, I told the guys I didn't think we played poorly. I thought defense did okay. Even when you look at their 30 points, they had a couple of big plays that set up some scores, and then, we had a couple of punts that we had a 20-yard punt, and then we had a large punt return against us that we actually got a stop on that one, and then we had a bad snap. And I think their first two scores only took 60 yards of offense, so because our punt game hurt us. So that's something we're going to have to work on. I was really proud of the defense tonight.
Coach Bill Alexander for Liberty Creek. We'll see you next week. White House at home, 7 o'clock. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Pony Mailbox and Business Center in Gallatin and Hendersonville proudly sponsor our season-long post-game wrap-up show. Pony Mailbox and Business Center is your go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. So stay with us after the game always for highlights and a look ahead. PonyMailboxCenter.com. Also, we're going to pick our most outstanding player of the game and give you our thoughts about that. The attorneys and staff at the Ingram Law Firm bring you the Most Outstanding Player of the Game award, given to the player chosen by our broadcast crew who most impacted the outcome of the game. That's what I was trying to say. And so, thanks to the Ingram Law Firm for supporting Sumner County High School football on the WHIN Broadcast Network. The Ingram Law Firm, trusted legal counsel. Find them at ingramlawyers.com. Guys, before we go here tonight, first of all, great job on your first high school broadcast. So glad to have Alaina and Trey along with us. And so as we get ready to finish up here tonight, tell us a player or two that really stood out for you that you think made an impact in the game.
Yeah, I got to go with the running back, Mac Tuggle. Although the score didn't totally reflect how he played tonight. He had a big run up the middle for about 55 yards. That was called back due to a penalty, but that kid just has a lot of speed, a dynamic running back. And although Liberty Creek wasn't able to find the back of the end zone tonight, my player of the game for the Wolves has to go to the running back, Mac Tuggle.
All right, Trey, your thoughts on who you think made an impact on the game?
Yeah, I know we didn't get to see a lot of them, but I do like Ace Hogg a lot. I think as the season develops, we'll see a lot more of him, his ability in the pocket to pass. And I like the 3 quarterback sets that they run, bringing different 3 quarterbacks in. So
I want to give a shout-out to Grayson Christian tonight. I thought he ran the ball really well. I thought also on the defensive side of the ball, we saw some guys up front really make plays. You saw guys like Max Dowell step up, make a hit. Titus Campbell going both ways, offensive and defensive lines. Kamari Holloway was in there on several plays, and we're going to see them continue to get better. And so overall, East Robertson 30 and Liberty Creek 0. And next week we're going to be back at home as the White House Blue Devils come to take on the Liberty Creek Wolves next week. So for Trey Weston and Alaina Morris, this is Kris Freeman, and we've been glad to bring this one to you here on WHIN Radio. We will see you next week from the big house on Wolfpack Way, and this is Liberty Creek Football on WHIN.
This has been the Pony Mailbox and Business Center postgame show. Sumner County High School football on WHINradio.com. Live from the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center. Presented by F&M Bank. Banking made easy on purpose. Shrum's Roofing Company. When quality and experience matter. And brought to you by Trevecca Nazarene University, a Christian university in the heart of Nashville. William Stiles at Country Financial. The Ingram Law Firm. Trusted legal counsel. Sumner Prevention Coalition. Envision a community free from substance abuse. High Point Orthopedic Associates with Ascension St. Thomas. D1 Training. You pick the goal, they'll help you get there. First National Bank, your neighbor since 1905. Pony Mailbox and Business Center in Hendersonville and Gallatin. Slim Chickens, tenders, wings, and more. Invisible Smiles of Tennessee, because a great smile should be affordable. Larry Maynard, Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands. Tri-County Electric, owned and operated by those we serve. The Farmers Bank, helping you grow. NCTC, high-speed internet, cable, and telephone. Listen in every week during football season for all the Sumner County High School football action live. Right here on WHIN Radio and WHINradio.com.